Hi. Oh my, 1 second. Now I have it. Sorry. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing good as well. How is everybody? Is everybody having a good Monday? Long weekend. Long weekend if I've ever seen it. God. My hair is so soft though. I got so much nice things in normal. I got some new Japanese um shampoo, conditioner, and hair treatment. Is this about the Clancy case? I do want to talk about the Clancy case. I have a lot to say about the Clancy case because that case is literally so strange. It's so strange. I have never like been so like hang on. Hang on now. It's awful weird. And I wanted to like show a video of it. Yeah, so many things are just not adding up in the case. I need some moisturizer for my hands. They're awful dry. I did so much cleaning yesterday. And I did so much work yesterday. I posted so many videos. I posted so many pictures. I posted a long video on YouTube. I posted a long video on YouTube before I went live this morning. I posted um I've been doing good. I've been posting a lot recently, in fairness. It wasn't actually a castle. I did take the best shot I could of the building. All it was what was left of a wall. There was no castle. It was just one wall that was left remaining. I just took a good picture. My shoulders are looking jacked. I know. I hate it. If only I could get my shoulders to get smaller. I just can't do anything with my shoulders. I have to be so careful when I'm in the gym. Anything that I do, I have to be super, super careful because my shoulders are always the first things that get jacked because of my years of swimming. I saw you were beefing with Minx on Twitter. Do you think she'll very get a grip and be normal again? That girl is so tapped. That girl is actually tapped. Like, I wanted to tell her to put the bottle down and go to sleep because who the fuck has that kind of energy on a Saturday night at 12:30 to message a random woman she doesn't know and start trying to beef with her online? All I wanted to say to her was put the bottle down and go to bed. Or find something better to do with your Saturday night than trying to cause problems with people on the internet. She actually is her own worst enemy, and she gives such mean girl bully vibes. I was trying to be nice to her. Like, you could see throughout the messages that I was trying to just be nice to her and to show her that what she's doing is blackmail. And then she finds a random post from me when I was asking my community, after asking a dude if I could post it, if I was in the wrong, and she just wants to be right. I just can't with people like her. There's not much going on up here. She just tries to beef with everyone in order to stay relevant. That's the energy that she gives to the world. If you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, please come and join us on Twitch. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're new here, please don't forget to drop a follow. I want to see if this is working. So if there's anyone that's new here that's watching on Twitch right now, can you please drop a follow so I can see if this is working? Because I don't know if it is. But that's how I feel about that. But yesterday, myself and Timmy watched like I'd say 40 episodes of Punk Hazard, and we have 4 episodes left of Punk Hazard um until we get to Dressrosa. Hopefully by the end of August we'll be at least at Zoe, I think. We'll definitely have Don Flamingo done. Don Flamingo. Yeah, so is the follower goal working? Is there anyone that's new here on Twitch? You're new. Did you drop a follow? Twitch. Okay. That should be working. Let me just... You did. Let me just... I don't know why this isn't working. It hasn't been working for an annoying amount of time. Okay. Okay, let's see if this works. I'll leave it here for now, but hopefully it works. This isn't working, the daily follower goal. I don't know why. It should be working. Copy. Hey, Curtis, thank you so much. You always make my day. Reset. Okay. Thank you so much for the 5 subs. It's so nice of you. If there's any new followers on Twitch, if you can drop a follow, I need to see if this is working. Nothing's working. Oh well, I can try. Are you okay? I'd be better if, you know, if I could just get one person to just drop a follow. No, unfollowing and following again will not work. It has to be legitimate new followers to come over on to it worked. Okay. So that worked, but this side didn't work. I'm going to delete it. Remove. End. Oh, the way I'm gonna get pissed. Add a follower goal source directly in Streamlabs desktop or in plugin for OBS. No. It says I have to restart OBS. I guess I'll have that ready for tomorrow, so. Weird. Weird. Oh well, I thought I liked it when I had it, but let's see. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Maybe today will be the day that I give up. Who knows? Everything is in God's hands. Everything. I wish Twitch told you when you had these things. Save. Oh, I'm gonna have a nervous meltdown. There. That'll do for now. If it doesn't want to work, it doesn't want to work. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm done. I'm done trying. So, did anyone do anything fun at the weekend? Oh my god, Mullingar was so much fun. We got so many cool videos. The place where we were at was super cool. Really enjoyed it. It was super awesome. Everyone there was super nice, super down to earth. It was very witchy and a hippy dippy kind of shop. It was really cool. We were talking to the owner. Her dreads were literally like down to her knees. That's how long her dreadlocks were. They were so cool. Her daughter's dreads were down to her elbows. They were so cool as well. They were so cool. Both mom and daughter, very, very cool. And we took some videos in the shop, which was cool. And she was telling me that she wants to do like spiritual tattoos, like, because I really like spiritual tattoos. I think tattoos that are like more like traditional and have meaning for you are cool. So like she was saying that she wanted to start with like a guided meditation, and then she would do a reading for the person, And then based on the reading, she would put the intentions of the reading into the tattoo, but the tattoos would be done in traditional Celtic tattoo style. And I'll show you. So, like that. Like the Triskel. Another thing she showed me was this was one that she was doing for somebody, which I thought was really cool. This one she was doing for someone else, which I thought was really cool as well. They're all pretty cool. I love all the Celtic knots. I love the, what's it call it? The symbol for the moon phases. I think it's really cool. And she was asking me if I wanted to be the guinea pig for it, and I said, yes, I would totally love a traditional Celtic tattoo. Why not? I think that would be awesome. There. Thank you for the follow. I think that'd be really cool. And she also wants to start doing henna tattoos on girlies, so that if someone wants like just a tattoo that's not like permanent, but you can still enjoy having the tattoo for the short amount of time that you have it. I thought that was really cool, because how many, like, isn't it not so wild that in 2026 tattoo shops don't do semi-permanent tattoos, like henna tattoos? Like, you can't go in, get a henna tattoo, it'll last for a month, and then you can go back and get another henna tattoo. How come no tattoo shops ever do that? Isn't that a great idea? It's for people that like can't make up their minds and they'd love to get a tattoo done, but they don't want to commit to a tattoo in the long run, or, you know, anything, any reasons. They are not allowed tattoos for work, fuck it. And they want to get tattoos on their hands that'll last just for a month. Fair, go ahead. That'd be really cool. And it's so weird how nobody does that. And I told her that was the best idea I'd ever heard, and I was totally here for it. She was so sound. She was so nice. So I'm editing those videos for her tonight. I have to upload the videos, 2 videos for Temu in the next 2 days, and I have to finish another wig for Temu to finish my contract out with them tomorrow or tonight. I'm going to do the wig. I haven't decided yet. I was going to do it on stream today, but then I said I couldn't be fucked. So I'll do it by myself because it'll be quicker. And then yesterday, oh my God, all I did was clean. I was clean. I cleaned this room. I cleaned my bedroom. I cleaned the bathroom. I cleaned the sitting room. I cleaned out the dryer, which was full of dust bunnies. I posted 2 pictures. The pictures were actually really cool. Oh, you can check them yourself. You can check them yourself. They're on my Twitter. I thought they were really cool, and they're on my threads as well. They're pretty awesome. I thought they gave very much Elden Ring vibes. I thought they were really cool. I don't even think my sub goal is working. having a moment. But yeah, no, it was a good day. But I'm actually going to start showing some videos now. So for the people watching on TikTok, I'm going to have to leave you here. If you want to join us on Twitch, the link is in my TikTok about section. We're going to talk about the one of the big cases that's happening in America right now. And because I think it's actually ludicrous how things aren't adding up, but it's always the woman who gets the blame for absolutely everything. And it's a crazy case. It's an absolutely crazy case, and I think it deserves to be talked about. And I'm pretty sure TikTok algorithm wouldn't allow us to talk about that because they don't like you to talk about anything. So if you've enjoyed the stream so far, TikTok, please come and join us on Twitch. If not, maybe see you tomorrow if I do go live on TikTok. Have a good one. Mwah. So I didn't hear a lot really about this case, but I did see a bit on it, but I didn't know what it was about. And then someone brought it to my attention, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, what? That's crazy. I was like, why is the dude not in prison? Why is the wife in prison? Yay, ads that support you, they'll kind of have it. Thank you so much for understanding that the ads do help me. And anyone that says stuff about ads that are bad, I am just going to time you out for 600 seconds because ads help me stay here. If you want me to stay here, if not, I can go back to a regular job where people don't give out about seeing ads when you watch ads every day on normal TV and you don't complain about those. Anyway, back to one second. Drag these up. There we go. Has anyone here heard of the Clancy case? So it's very odd. And a few creators have broken it down into detail. And I'd like to hear what your opinion is on this case because I just feel like it feels like the woman is being framed nearly. That's what it feels like for me. It feels like she's the wife is being framed.
Today was day 8 of the Lindsay Clancy trial. So now that you know everything about the case, let's go through the first nearly 2 weeks of the trial, who has testified, and what we have learned so far. And this is going to be a long one.
Let me see if I can find like
She did everything she could to get help for the postpartum depression, anxiety, insomnia, and psychosis she was experiencing. But she was failed miserably by her husband and the medical system, and that ended in her taking her kids' lives and attempting to take her own. Now Lindsay Clancy is on trial for the murder of her 3 children, with the prosecution claiming she intentionally killed them. but really she was experiencing horrific postpartum symptoms that are not taken seriously enough, especially in the United States. In my last video, I went through a whole timeline of the case, and in this video, I'm going to talk about all the help that Lindsay sought out. Both Lindsay and Patrick have filed civil
Thank you so much for the gifted sub. Thank you so much.
action lawsuits against several doctors and hospitals who failed Lindsay during her postpartum period that led to the deaths of her children. In Lindsay's lawsuit, the help she sought and the medications she was prescribed are outlined. So let's go through that now. According to the lawsuit, Lindsay Clancy, quote, did everything a mother in her situation could do. She recognized something was wrong with her. She sought medical treatment. She went to emergency rooms. She called crisis hotlines. She admitted herself to hospitals. She took medications prescribed to her. She communicated her worsening symptoms to her providers. She told them the medications were making her worse. Her husband advocated for her. Her family drove from out of state to help care for her children. And still, the medical system failed her completely. The lawsuit outlines Lindsay's first 2 pregnancies and how
During Lindsay's first pregnancy with Cora, she experienced anxiety due to the abnormal ultrasound finding later resolved. She experienced some anxiety during the postpartum period but returned to part-time work and breastfed for 1 year without incident. During the postpartum period following her second child, Dawson, Lindsay was initially elated with increased energy. Patrick described that she had manic behavior for multiple days. In October 2020, she had an episode of decluttering to simplify her life, obsessively cleaning and discarding items. She said she felt amazingly on top of things. Her thoughts raced and she constantly felt pressure to be active. After her second pregnancy, anxiety emerged at approximately 2 months postpartum. Although Lindsay was offered Zoloft by a psychiatrist, she declined due to concerns about breastfeeding. Fair enough. Her symptoms resolved through exercise, healthy diet, medication, and several therapy sessions. So this woman who killed her 3 children, you can see here that she was very responsible and did take active care to try and help herself and look after her mental health, because she probably knew, as a nurse herself, Zoloft is not good for your body, so it's not going to be good if you are breastfeeding.
she had some anxiety during the postpartum period in her first pregnancy, but she got through it. In her second pregnancy, her husband described that she had manic behavior for multiple days and then had an episode of decluttering to simplify her life. She also had anxiety 2 months postpartum, and she was offered Zoloft but declined. But when she was postpartum from her third pregnancy, things really started to go downhill. She was demonstrating significant activation and hypomanic behavior, including an extensive exercise program that started just a week after she gave birth. She ran, rode.
I don't want to sound like I'm sexist, but where did this come out of? Like, it didn't sound like in the first 2 pregnancies that she felt like she had to get her body together. Does anyone here think that this could have been an outside source that was telling her that she had to look a certain way and to get a beach body back together?
The Peloton and did aerobics. And only 5 weeks after she gave birth, she ran a 5-mile race. As a reminder, you're not supposed to exercise for at least 6 weeks after giving.
And she should know that. She's an OB nurse. She's a delivery nurse. That's crazy. That's crazy as a delivery nurse to be doing those kinds of things.
Birth. Lindsay's sister also said that she was not like herself. She impulsively bought into a Beachbody MLM and was really focused on exercise. And then around 12 weeks postpartum, her mood switched suddenly to anxiety and depression. This is when she started experiencing insomnia, sleeping only about 3 hours a night, and being extremely exhausted. And she switched from excessive exercising to no motivation.
Also, she was the main caregiver for 3 children under the age of 5. So who's surprised that she was experiencing anxiety, insomnia, and extreme exhaustion when the entire responsibility of looking after 3 very young children and trying to recover from postpartum was all on her shoulders alone?
At all. And Lindsay took the initiative to seek out psychiatric care. She scheduled an appointment on September 12th, 2022 with Dr. Jennifer Tufts. At that appointment, It indicated she had severe depression and she was prescribed Zoloft. Lindsay was afraid of the effects on breastfeeding, so she didn't take it at first, but in mid-October, she started her Zoloft. She increased her Zoloft dosage from 25 to 50 mg,
And let me tell you, that's a lot. For someone who was on 100 milligrams of Zoloft, that's a lot. I was actually on 150 milligrams of Zoloft at my highest point. I got him here somewhere. No, I think I moved him into the other room. But yeah, 150 milligrams. 50 milligrams is a lot. 25 to 50 is a lot.
This is when she experienced severe adverse reactions, didn't sleep for 48 hours, had racing thoughts, worse anxiety, and felt awful. And the lawsuit says this dramatic departure from her previous sleep patterns was an obvious warning sign of medication-induced activation consistent with bipolar disorder. Lindsay went back to Dr. Tufts, who then took her off Zoloft and prescribed her Ativan and Benadryl for sleep. But her insomnia persisted. In November, her insomnia became so bad that she went.
The problem with insomnia is a lot of drugs, it depends on what causes the insomnia. It's not like you can fix insomnia with one pill and it's just like that. It depends what's causing your brain to not shut down. And in this woman's case, she probably has a lot of cortisol as a result of the amount of stress her body is going through to try and get this beach bod, to try and look a certain way for probably someone else's external validation. And all of that stress on her body has an equal amount of stress on her mind. And that causes an increased amount of cortisol at the end of the day. And your brain can't turn off.
To the emergency room at South Shore Hospital. She was prescribed trazodone for sleep, but this was also not effective. Then her mother-in-law contacted the South Shore Perinatal Behavior Health Program to seek out additional help for her, and that's when nurse practitioner Julie Paul reached out to Lindsay. Lindsay told Nurse Paul that she was very frustrated and scared, experiencing extreme insomnia. Paul prescribed her Prozac on November 21st, 2022, but this medication also intensified her insomnia. She told her provider and the Prozac was discontinued. And at this point, this was the second antidepressant that had caused activation and worsening insomnia, which is a red flag for bipolar disorder. Then Nurse Paul prescribed 3 medications, Ambien, Remeron, and Klonopin. Remeron led her to experience dissociation, and she became disoriented, forgetful, confused, and disconnected from her own body. She was still struggling, and then on November 29th, she began working with a new nurse, Nurse Gelada. Nurse Gelada correctly considered bipolar disorder and prescribed Seroquel, which is an antipsychotic and a mood stabilizer.
They're good. Mood stabilizers are good. I was on mood stabilizers to try and settle me down, and let's see if it worked for her.
Seroquel just made everything get even worse. Lindsay developed suicidal ideation and began experiencing what she described as intrusive thoughts, which were actually auditory hallucinations. She told her husband, her parents, and her providers about what she was experiencing. She said she felt emotionless, like a zombie. She lost 15 pounds, had no appetite, was still having panic attacks and confusion. On December...
I'm sorry, but I can't wait to hear what the husband had to say.
4th, 2022, she was so frightened by the hallucinations that she called the New Bedford suicide hotline seeking help. And she was told there was no emergency because she said she had no specific plan as to how she would take her own life. So they didn't help her. Then on December 5th.
Wow, that's great. So you can't just call in. You actually have to have a plan. I think it's because they probably want to be able to commit you, and they can't commit you unless they see you as a threat. So they hang up the phone and be like, yeah, sort it out yourself. You're not a threat to anyone around you, and you're not a threat to yourself. So good luck. God bless.
She met virtually with an Aspire crisis support clinician, again looking for help. She was told she didn't meet the criteria for inpatient treatment because she did not have a plan to take her own life. The next day, Patrick...
In fairness, does this sound like a woman that was not actively trying to be a better person and take responsibility for her mental health? Honestly now, just asking, do you not think that this is the framework of a woman who has gone through every avenue in order to try and fix her mental health? and be a better person, and was failed by the American health system.
Went to an appointment with Nurse Gelada, and he connected her suicidal thoughts to the Seroquel. And he told Nurse Gelada that Lindsay was 10,000 times worse since she has taken medication. Asked if they could get Lindsay off the medications and start from scratch. Instead, Nurse Gelada increased Seroquel to 400 milligrams a day. But her depression just...
I hope that person is fired. 400 milligrams. 400 milligrams. I hope that nurse is fired as a result of that, because who can function on 400 milligrams of mood stabilizers? That's like basically giving someone just a lobotomy in a pill.
Got worse, and she was experiencing suicidal ideation. On December 15th, Patrick called Nurse Gelada to report that Lindsay had a devastating week. She had horrible thoughts, auditory hallucinations all day, every day, and that Lindsay felt debilitated. Her hallucinations included things like, I will never be the same, I will never be me again, you are damaged, the only option is to die. And Lindsay told Patrick that she had thoughts of harming her kids. On December 20th, she went to Massachusetts General Hospital to the emergency room, and they suggested that she was either admitted to McLean or to the partial hospitalization day program at Women and Infants Hospital in Rhode Island. So on December 20th, Lindsay admitted herself to that partial hospitalization day program, which is intended for patients with postpartum depression. She told them she felt numb and very depressed. But despite everything she was saying and her scoring on the scale of postpartum depression as severe, doctors there said that she had no postpartum depression and did not have bipolar disorder. The doctor there, Dr. Diaz, said that she had no history of hypomania.
Oh my God, this is just making me angry. This is just making me actually angry. The woman shows up with years of history, with the amount of drugs that they have put her on, and none of them have worked, with all the medical records that those doctors would have been looking at. They all failed her. They all failed her at every step of the way where she tried to make herself better, to protect her children. I don't want to be that person, but if this was a dude, I bet you they would have helped him.
Or psychosis or family history of BPD. But she did have hypomanic episodes. And another one of Lindsay's providers had previously considered bipolar disorder. The doctor there, Dr. Diaz, accepted that her symptoms were likely due to overmedication and recommended weaning Seroquel. However, according to the lawsuit, Dr. Diaz failed to recommend or arrange appropriate alternative treatment and instead discharged Lindsay.
Take that person's medical license away. There's 2 people so far whose medical licenses should be revoked
After only 1 day of treatment. They said that the program at Women and Infants Hospital was not appropriate for Lindsay and reached out to Nurse Gelada to discuss Lindsay's ongoing care. She was released, but everything remained, and on December 29th, she told her husband, I can't tough it out anymore, I need to go to McLean. She went to the McLean emergency room on December 30th, and then on December 31st, she admitted herself to McLean Hospital. And she was having all the same symptoms: suicidal ideation, depression, anxiety, feeling detached, and insane insomnia. But because of the holiday, she did not see a doctor until January 3rd, 3 days after she was admitted. On January 3rd, the doctor advised that Lindsay stop the Seroquel and prescribed trazodone for sleep. On January 4th, Lindsay asked if she could go home for her daughter's birthday, and because her thoughts had improved since the Seroquel decrease, she was approved for discharge. She was there for 5 days before she was discharged and was returned to the care of her outpatient providers. After discharge, the doctor from McLean called Lindsay and they spoke for about 10 minutes talking about possible different antidepressants. They suggested amitriptyline, another antidepressant, which is basically the same as one she had tried before. The lawsuit says that when Lindsay was discharged from McLean, she thought, I was just in the best hospital in the country, so there was not much hope. And she decided she must appear like she was okay and just had to do her best. The day after she was discharged from McLean, she went back to see Dr. Tufts for continued treatment, and Tufts diagnosed Lindsay with chronic major depressive disorder and recorded her condition as deteriorating, saying that medication was not effective. A week after being discharged from McLean, she was experiencing hallucinations again. On January 10th, she returned to Dr. Tufts and was prescribed Valium, and Tufts said that at some point they would add an antidepressant. She was experiencing debilitating depression, and the hallucinations continued. And she said these hallucinations included that she should harm the children. She told people about this, and she was just prescribed another medication, amitriptyline. On January 20th, she was struggling so much that she researched what is a psychopath. She had another appointment with Dr. Tufts on January 23rd in which she said she was a little more anxious and had more anxiety in the morning. Dr. Tufts recorded that her mood was the flat/anxious mood, that she had no motivation, and that she was numb. And Dr. Tufts increased amitriptyline to 20 milligrams a day. That night, Lindsay did not sleep. And then we know what happened on January 24th.
The suicidal hallucinations continued all day nonstop. Later in the afternoon, the voice began saying, "You should harm the children." Lindsay thought about dinner and realized she had not prepared anything. She asked Patrick about takeout. She looked at a map to see how long it would take because she did not want to be alone and needed help. As soon as Patrick left to pick up the food, there was a loud, demanding, repetitious voice. "This is your last chance. Kill the children so you can kill yourself. This is your last chance. You have to kill the kids so you can kill yourself." Lindsay felt a force come over her.
Lindsay said that as soon as Patrick went to pick up the food, there was a
I got
loud,
a chill.
demanding voice saying, "This is your last chance. Kill the children so you can kill yourself." She said that she experienced commanding auditory hallucinations, a quote, demanding, powerful male voice explicitly ordering her to harm her children and herself. You can read the rest of this if you want. I'm not.
One second. I gotta read it myself. I don't think I can read this out loud. Okay, I'll read it as best as I can to ye without trying to break any TOS. So, she was hearing a strong male voice telling her what to do. She felt an overwhelming compulsion, and she entered a quote unquote dream-like state where her physical actions felt utterly disconnected from her conscious volition. She perceived her body was just acting and she was, quote unquote, watching herself do it. She repeated she had no choice, quote unquote, but to follow these compelling directives. She said in her words, "I lost all control. My body started acting without any control on my part. I was just following commands. All action. This voice demanded action." She killed each of her children, telling them they would go to God. She ingested a substantial quantity of various medications, self-inflicting lacerations on her wrists and neck, and jumped from the second floor window approximately 20 feet to the ground below. She landed on her neck. She suffered catastrophic injuries, including a spinal cord injury, resulting in permanent paralysis below the sternum. That's here. She also suffered multiple closed fractures of her cervical and thoracic vertebrae and multiple rib fractures. Corin Dawson died on January 24, 2023. Callan succumbed to his injuries and died on January 27th, 2023. I want to say something which I think would be considered a wild thing to say. I think it was the husband. I think the husband did it and he's framing the wife. Nothing on this final page is adding up. And I have multiple reasons as to why I think it was the husband. So, a demanding, powerful male voice, and she entered a dreamlike state, and she was watching herself do it, and she had no choice but to follow these compelling directives. She lost all control, and the voice demanded action. She was experiencing extreme psychosis, but I think it was the husband who was doing this, and because of the extreme psychosis, she thought it was her, and he told her that it was her as a result of the severe disassociation. Because let me ask you one question. How many people here in this chat are on medication? How many people in this chat right now are on medication? If you're watching on YouTube, come and join us on Twitch. How many people here that are on medication or are on medication that could kill you? So, for the people who are here in the chat who are on medication that can kill you, do you know in or around exactly how much of that medication you would have to take in order to kill yourself? More than 4 pills. I would be about the same. My medication that I take, my benzodiazepines, if you don't know, benzodiazepines shut down your respiratory system. If I was to take 6 benzos, I think that would kill me. I think if I was to take the bottle, I know that would kill me. 100% I'd be dead. I just know for a fact I would be, because it's an extremely dangerous and like not very oftenly used drug because it's so easily to overdose on. I know that. And also, don't you think someone who's been a medical nurse her entire life would know how to cut their wrists? Someone who's gone to nursing school? Would she not know the correct way how to do it? She's a nurse. A nurse is going to know exactly how many pills that she's been given would kill her, and she would know how to cut her own wrists and her own neck. Let's be honest. And also, in the order that she did it, she took the pills, the amount of pills to try and kill herself. cut her wrists, cut her neck, and then proceeded to the second floor of the house to throw herself out the window. I don't think she would have made it to the window. Because the medication that she's on is super fast acting. I know that because I also take mood stabilizers and benzos and these kinds of medications. So I know that you have about 10 minutes before the medication will kick in. So things aren't adding up. Especially the fact that, you know, she should know exactly how much medication would kill her, and she would know how to cut her own wrists. Let's watch the next video. We got the backstory. Now let's look at the next video. The recap.
Today was day 8 of the Lindsay.
But just out of curiosity, how many people here think she did it or the husband did it?
Clancy trial. So now that you know everything about the case, let's go through the first nearly 2 weeks of the trial, who has testified, and what we have learned so far. And this is going to be a long one, so buckle in. First of all, I just want to point out that nearly every day, the prosecutor assistant DA, Shannon Buckingham, has been wearing a hair bow. And some people have said that this is in tribute to Cora, who was known for wearing hair bows, whereas some have said that this is to kind of be taunting Lindsay. I'm not really going to say.
I'm sorry, but she needs to fucking wash her hair. Excuse me? Who the fuck is turning up to court with hair that looks like you could get enough oil to last you a week from that scalp? Wash your goddamn hair.
What I think about this, but I just wanted to point that out. But in the first day of the trial last week, in opening statements, Buckingham said Lindsay Clancy, quote, deliberately and meticulously killed her children. She acknowledged that Lindsay had mental health issues, but said she was not in the throes of psychosis. She said, quote, this was a woman who acted intentionally, rationally, and swiftly to accomplish a very specific goal, to kill. Defense attorney Kevin Reddington said Lindsay was suffering from psychosis. He pointed out that she was prescribed a cocktail of medications, which
a literal cocktail. She had every fucking medication that she needed. No doctor would ever, no right doctor would ever give anyone who they know is suffering from psychosis that amount of medication. That's a crazy amount of medication that she had. 400 milligrams of one of them. And she probably still had it.
I talked about in my last video, going through all of the different medications she was prescribed. And he said, quote, this is a young woman who, with her husband, tried very hard to get the help she needed. On day 1 of the trial, Patrick Clancy, who, by the way, divorced Lindsay after the murders and has since remarried and has another kid, took the stand.
Wow. Wow. What a nice guy. Such a psycho for trying to be happy, am I right? Why would he divorce his wife? Like, I understand, yes, that his wife, if you think his wife killed the kids, sure. I don't think the wife killed the kids, but she needed him. She was a normal person. We went through all of the backstory and the trial notes that led up to her or somebody killing the children. But she was not a bad person. She was a person that was actively trying to get help. And if it was her that did it, something in her broke that day. So no, he's a fucking terrible person. He's a terrible person. And moving on that quickly, and having a fucking another child? Come on.
And he testified that Lindsay's big spiral started around early December 2022 when she began taking Seroquel. Lindsay told him that she was suicidal and had intrusive thoughts about hurting their children. But he testified that he was not concerned for the children's safety at that time because she didn't show any intention of harming them. On day 2, he continued to testify, and the 911 call he made was played for the jury. He testified that he was never told to not leave the kids alone with her and that he thought Lindsay was improving. On cross-examination, Lindsay's attorney, Kevin Reddington, aimed to demonstrate that she took her medications and closely tracked her declining mental state. He even showed her handwritten notes she took of the medication she was taking and her mood.
She was trying to stay on top of this as much as she could. This is not a woman who is a terrible person. This is not a woman that was not trying to actively get better. This is somebody who was trying to get the help that she wanted. This guy is trash.
Including repeatedly writing that she had horrible thoughts. She also had a book and a fact sheet on postpartum anxiety and a chart where she tracked her mood. Reddington also got Patrick Clancy to acknowledge that many of her medical appointments starting in the summer of 2022 were with nurse practitioners on Zoom calls and lasted only 20 minutes. There has been a lot of discussion about who the children were, including the prosecutor showing the jurors the clothes each child was wearing when they were killed. Day 3
I'm sorry, but why does the clothes that the children were wearing? I know it's a horrible thing that the children died and that the mother. It's terrible. This is horror fucking. This is horror story shit that the mother killed the children. But is that not just trying to invoke an emotional reaction from a jury and not looking at it from the facts that are in front of us? It's emotional blackmail. The fucking oily-haired bitch.
Consisted of first responders testifying about arriving at the Clancy's home in Duxbury the day the kids were killed. One first responder testified that when he arrived, Lindsay was on the ground with her head toward the house and her feet pointing away from the house. She had cuts, but she was not actively bleeding, and she was in and out of consciousness. As a reminder, Patrick said that Lindsay told him that the kids were in the basement. But when first responders arrived, Lindsay was basically non-responsive. Then on day 4, jurors actually left the courthouse to go tour the former Clancy home, the restaurant, and the CVS to see where Patrick Clancy was that day. On days 5, 6, and 7, most of the testifying parties were first responders, doctors, and police officers / forensic scientists talking about the timeline of what happened, the evidence collection, etc. On day 6, prosecutors were trying to show that Lindsay was prescribed many medications, but that she was not taking.
Look at that! Look at that! Look how much medication they had her on. The fuck?
The actual pills. This is because part of the defense's argument is that she was over-medicated and the medications contributed to her altered mental state.
Yeah.
Her defense attorney said, quote, "These were all pills that were issued on prescriptions in about a 3-week period of time." Then
3 weeks.
These were all pills.
All of those medication within 3 weeks. She may have been the one, or her husband may have been the one who took these children's lives, but the reason that these children are not here anymore is the American health system. I don't care. The reason why these children aren't here anymore is not because the mother didn't want to get better, not because she wasn't trying to get the support she needed. Those children are dead as a result of the lack of care that she was getting.
That were issued on prescriptions in about a 3-week period of time. Then yesterday, Elaine Rossi, a nanny for the Clancys, took the stand. She started working for the family the week of Labor Day 2022 and worked primarily during the week caring for the youngest child, Callan. She worked about 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 3 times a week from September to December 2022. She said often when she was working, Lindsay was home, but was sometimes out taking the older kids to school or running errands. Of Lindsay, Rossi said she, quote, shared with me that she was suffering from postpartum. Rossi said that she hadn't noticed any changes in Lindsay's demeanor, but she said Lindsay told her she was seeing some doctors and also said that she was going to start taking a new medication because she was going to stop nursing. Rossi said she saw prescription bottles around the house in a cabinet to the right of the refrigerator and said she often observed Lindsay with the children and never had any concerns. During cross-examination, Rossi said of Lindsay, quote, I observed a wonderful mom who loved her kids. She cared for their safety. She was very concerned with Callan's eating and sleeping. She was a wonderful mother. And she never felt like Lindsay was being controlling despite the detailed instructions Lindsay would leave her. She also said that she was aware that Lindsay was having trouble sleeping. Today, the medical examiner testified about Callan's autopsy and photos were...
Can we just agree with the husband? Seriously. Is anyone joining the side that it was the husband yet? Because how does this sound like a woman that wanted to kill her children? Seriously.
Shown to the jury were actually at a recess at one point, and Lindsay was heard loudly crying. Also testifying today were several friends of Lindsay's who all said that she was a loving mother and they would have never expected she'd do something like this. The last big thing you need to know is that Lindsay Clancy agreed to a stipulation of facts. This means she answered questions from the judge confirming that she and the prosecution agree on certain facts in the case. This is done to relieve the prosecution's burden of having to bring in witnesses to prove things like chain of custody, how evidence was collected, etc. So instead of days of testimony, the stipulation avoids that. In this case, both sides agreed that toxicology testing on the 3 children was done correctly in the lab. Yesterday, several exhibits were entered as part of the stipulations agreed to. And the judge read the stipulation aloud about DNA testing done on one of the exercise bands and on the red-brown stain in the basement. We learned that DNA samples from the exercise band included a mixture of Dawson, Callan, Cora, Lindsay, and Patrick. Some people talk
Patrick's the father, by the way, who was out. Apparently out getting food. But his fingerprints were on the weapon that was used to kill the children.
on social media have said that Lindsay's DNA was not on the exercise band, but from the stipulation of facts, her DNA was. We also learned that the red-brown stain tested for DNA from Cora. Of course, there were a lot of people testifying that I have not mentioned, mostly authorities and professionals who are testifying to the crime scene, how things were done in the case, etc. The prosecution is still presenting their side, and then the defense will have their turn. In my next video, I'm going to go over some of the things that have come forth through the trial that a lot of people online are questioning. But
let's see the next video.
over the last 2 weeks, Lindsay Clancy's trial has been ongoing. And since all of this has been coming out...
Is the screen dead?
Over the last 2 weeks, Lindsay Clancy's trial has been ongoing. Negligent for leaving the kids she killed her children, but when police arrived at the home, it was found in a...
What?
drawer, not on her body.
Okay, it says just the video is... the comments are literally saying the video is fucked. We'll just have to listen.
Over the last 2 weeks, Lindsay Clancy's trial has been ongoing. And since all of this has been coming out, the trial is being live streamed, and people are finding out what is being said, there's been a lot of speculation about what led to the deaths of Cora, Dawson, and Callan Clancy. A lot of people have speculated that Patrick Clancy, Lindsay's now ex-husband, was more involved or should at least be held negligent for leaving the kids alone with Lindsay. And a lot...
Seriously, how is he not being done for negligence? All the things that she had written down and everything that was in the court documents, that she said that she felt numb, that she said that she was having intrusive thoughts, that she said that she was having auditory hallucinations. Why would you leave that person with your young children alone? And she said she didn't want to be alone.
Of the evidence that has come out at trial has a lot of people talking online. So here's an overview of some of the key takeaways from trial and what people are saying about them. First of all, we have the Apple Watch situation. Lindsay's Apple Watch showed activity the evening that she killed her children, but when police arrived at the home, it was found in a drawer, not on her body. People have questioned whether that Apple Watch was actually in her possession while Patrick was gone. Some have even speculated that he took that Apple Watch with him. This has not been proven. I'm just telling you what people are saying. We also learned that Lindsay was hypothermic when she arrived at the hospital. Her core body temperature when she got to the hospital was 82 degrees Fahrenheit. This is significantly lower than what you would expect, especially after already being treated in the ambulance. Many are questioning how she could have become hypothermic after being outside for about 11 minutes, which is what lines up with what Patrick told police.
I don't want to make this into a drama thing, but what if he drugged her, then cut her wrists, threw her out the window, then killed the kids, then made it look like he left the house, and that's why she would be hypothermic?
We also learned that she had significant blood loss from the injuries to her neck and wrists, and that she had severe spinal injuries and even had spinal fluid coming out of her nose. This has made people question if she truly was able to tell Patrick that the kids were in the basement, as he said.
Yeah, because he came back from going to get takeaway. If she had spinal fluid coming out of her fucking nose and she had her wrists cut and her throat cut, how is she supposed to be able to tell him that the children are in the basement? Think about it, just rationally. Also, she's hypothermic. When people are hypothermic, they're not gonna be talking to you.
Also learned that one of the first things that Lindsay wanted to do when waking up in the hospital was change her healthcare proxy from her husband to her parents. And we know that Patrick Clancy has since remarried and has a child with his new wife and allegedly another one on the way.
Wow.
We also learned that the cuts on Lindsay's wrists were horizontal and were superficial, only on the skin. And
Horizontal. Well, you know what they say, kids. It's down the road, not across the street. No nurse would make that mistake.
She had crushed up pills, putting them in lemonade, and lemonade breaks down many medications. And if you were trying to get the pills to act fast, you would not crush them up and put them in a drink. Again,
also, a nurse would know that.
And this is all just kind of speculation, but I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that have been talked about online as the trial has been ongoing. And as a reminder, Lindsay is not denying that she killed her children, but this trial is to determine if she is criminally responsible. So stay tuned for more and where this trial will go.
So now, how are we feeling? Is she still alive? Yeah. The court case is happening right now. Right now. If you're watching on YouTube, come and join us on Twitch.
Over the last 2 weeks, Lindsay Clancy's trial has been ongoing.
Oh, we could have just watched the next one. She re-uploaded it.
There have been a lot of questions about the timeline of events on January 24th, 2023, and how Lindsay Clancy had enough time to do what the prosecution alleges. So let's go through the timeline.
CCTV footage. Patrick was caught on their surveillance cameras of the 3 restaurant at 54 when picking up takeout. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is that he drugged her, killed her, or he drugged her, then he cut her wrists, cut her neck, threw her out the window, made it look like he went, or killed the kids, made it look like he went to get takeaway, and by the time he got back, it would have looked, that's why she had hypothermia, because she wouldn't have been hypothermic being outside for 11 minutes in January. And he needed to have something that would make it look like he didn't do it. So of course it's going to add up that he went to get the takeout.
Of that entire day and the evidence. Around 8 a.m., Lindsay drove her daughter Cora to a doctor's appointment while Patrick Clancy stayed home with Dawson and Callan. At 8:17, Patrick texted Lindsay a photo of Dawson after he dressed himself completely for the first time, saying that Dawson was excited about it. Then at 8:18, Lindsay replied with a photo of Cora from the doctor's office. Patrick testified that after this, they continued texting and he had no difficulty understanding her messages. Lindsay and Cora arrived home at around 8:30 a.m. and Patrick got ready for work in his basement office. Throughout the day, Lindsay was home with the children, occasionally sending Patrick photos of the children, like this one of them building a snowman and of them doing art projects. Patrick said he went upstairs once or twice to see his family and noted that Lindsay appeared happy and seemed in a good mood, saying it had been her best day in a while. Around 4 p.m., Lindsay searched on her phone for children's Miralax and then takeout at 3V Restaurant in Plymouth, Massachusetts. She then looked up directions from her home to the restaurant. Prosecutors have tried to say that this was Lindsay planning how long Patrick would be gone for, but all we know is that she looked up directions. Lindsay then called the CVS asking for Miralax, and the manager said they were out but had a similar medication. And she placed a takeout order. Patrick prepared to leave around 5:15 p.m., and he said Lindsay asked him to stop at CVS to get the medication. Dawson was sitting on the couch eating chicken nuggets, and as he left, Lindsay was standing in the doorway near the basement holding Callan. And Patrick said her demeanor appeared normal. At 5:34 p.m., Patrick was shopping in CVS and called Lindsay because he couldn't find the exact medication. She did not answer but called back about a minute later, and they had a brief conversation in which Patrick asked if he could get a generic version, and she said yes. Patrick testified that Lindsay sounded pretty quiet and busy, and he assumed she was bathing the kids. Patrick bought the medication and a pack of Skittles and then left CVS. He got to 3V to pick up the food at 5:54 p.m. and then he drove home, which he estimated took 10 to 12 minutes. When he got home, he said he put the CVS and takeout bags on the kitchen island and he noticed the house was unusually quiet. He said he called out but got no response, and he said he looked out.
Where was she found?
Side and mistakenly thought Lindsay's car was not home because it was dark and her car is black. At 6:09 p.m., Patrick said he called out for Lindsay, but she did not answer. He searched upstairs, checking the bathroom and the kids' bedrooms, but found no one. And then he noticed that the door to the master bedroom was locked. He unlocked it with an emergency key, which was taped behind another bedroom door, and when he opened it, he saw blood on the floor and an open window. And as you can see here, the bed is moved away from the wall and from this nightstand, and that is how the window was accessed. The bed had to be moved, and behind me here is blood on the floor. Patrick said he took only 1 or 2 steps into the room before immediately turning around and running outside. He said he ran into the backyard and found Lindsay lying on the ground directly beneath the bedroom window with deep cuts on her wrists and a red line across her neck. He asked her what happened, and Lindsay reportedly said, "I tried to kill myself." Patrick then asked where the kids were, and she replied, "In the basement." Patrick said he tried to call 911 but had trouble connecting because his phone kept switching between Wi-Fi and cell service. Eventually, he got through and he stayed with Lindsay until first responders arrived about 4 or 5 minutes later. When first responders got there, Patrick ran into the basement, still on the phone with 911, and that's when he found Cora, Callan, and Dawson with exercise bands around their neck. He took the bands off and did CPR until first responders took over, and he was heard on the 911 call when he discovered the children. And one of the things he said after he discovered the children was, "She killed the effing kids." After this, all 3 kids and Lindsay were taken to the hospital. Cora and Dawson were pronounced dead that night. Callan was able to be resuscitated briefly, but he died 2 days later, and Lindsay, as we know, had significant injuries. Now, a couple of things with the evidence. First of all, like I said earlier, the bed had to be moved away from the window for somebody to access it, and there was blood in the room as if this had been done after Lindsay inflicted injuries on herself. Also on the nightstand was a cup and the bloody knife. The cup had crushed up psychiatric medications in it mixed into lemonade. And it is believed that Lindsay drank this before or after inflicting the injuries on herself. And then behind me here is the bloody knife, but no fingerprints were able to be found on this that were usable enough to determine who exactly handled the knife. And that was the same thing with the exercise bands. Fingerprints were not able to be found on them because of how exercise bands are. And despite many things being said about DNA, there was DNA from all 5 members of the Clancy family on at least one of the exercise bands. So according to prosecutors and Patrick Clancy's testimony, in the about 55 minutes that Patrick was gone from the house, Lindsay brought the kids down to the basement, strangled them, cut her neck and wrists, crushed up pills and drank them, moved to the bed, and jumped out the window. And it should also
But did she move the bed before or after the blood was on the floor? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Was it before or after? Because she said that earlier, but I couldn't put it together. What the fuck is an exercise band? It's an exercise band.
to be noted that Callan was able to be resuscitated, which for that to happen, he could not have been strangled too long before first responders arrived. There are also questions about Lindsay's core body temperature, but this can be partially explained by the injuries that she sustained. This is just what we know from the prosecution's side. Patrick Clancy sent an email at 5:24 p.m. on the day his kids died. And if that email was sent from his home computer, it kind of derails the entire timeline that he and the prosecution has put forth.
Oh, would you look at that? There seems to be a hole.
So as a reminder, Patrick claimed he left the house at 5:15 p.m. He wasn't seen on surveillance footage at CVS until after 5:30. But this CVS was reportedly only a 3-minute drive from the Clancy house. The email was sent at 5:24, which means he should have been out of the house when he sent that email according to his timeline. On the stand, he was asked if he sent it from the home computer, and he said he didn't remember. Now, it has been...
Oh, that's so fucking convenient. That's so fucking convenient. You can't remember. I think you would. Patrick.
Been reported that the IP address shows that it was sent from the home computer.
Why are we even bothering anymore? He fucking did it. He did it. He killed the kids. He killed the kids. He killed the fucking kids, tried to kill the wife. And obviously, I also think now that he had the fucking second woman lined up.
but this has not been confirmed, so we don't know this for sure.
Please,
but if it
please.
was sent at 5:24 p.m. from the home computer, kind of derails his whole timeline. It doesn't exactly
Then
prove
it's perjury.
that he was home when the kids were killed, but it means the amount of time that he was reportedly gone from the house decreases from about 55 minutes to 45 minutes. So that's 10 less minutes for Lindsay to have brought the kids to the basement, strangled them, crushed up pills and drank them, inflicted the injuries on herself, moved the bed, and climbed out the window. Additionally, Patrick has previously said that the Wi-Fi at their house was out that day, and that's why the cameras at the house didn't capture anything. But
oh, that's just so convenient. Oh my God, it's just so convenient that the cameras weren't working that day and he can't remember if he got the email or if he made the email at home. Fucking hell. That's just so convenient, Patrick. Oh my God.
If this email was sent from home, then the Wi-Fi would have been up. Yes, he could have been using a hotspot, which people have said that's how he was working from home that day. But if this email was sent from his home computer, it kind of shows that this timeline might not be as solid as prosecutors want to make it seem. I have a feeling this is going to be a big week in court, and when it resumes tomorrow, it's going to start with cross-examination by defense attorney Kevin Reddington of one of the doctors who treated Lindsay. So stay tuned for that. Patrick Clancy.
I guess this is going to be our week. Because I need this man to go to fucking prison. I need this man to get the fucking chair. I need this man to get the electric chair. I think this man was probably cheating on his wife because it was so hard dealing with the fact that she had super bad postpartum. And he met someone else while he was cheating on his wife. And he wanted to get rid of his wife and kids. And he's a fucking lunatic. And... oh, wait, I also had this video.
When she told you that she was having intrusive thoughts, did you ask her what they were?
Yeah.
And what was her response?
She described thoughts of hurting the kids or them having some sort of ailment. So like she was very worried that Cora had, whenever she had a stomach ache, she became overly worried that she was, had like a liver problem or something much more dramatic than it was.
Okay. But going back to that first part, she said she had thoughts of harming the kids. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And did she tell you whether or not she had specific thoughts of how she would harm the kids?
No.
And she didn't describe that as hearing this external voice telling her to harm the kids, correct?
Correct.
She told you she was having intrusive thoughts herself of harming the children, correct?
Correct.
And did you ask her how she was going to harm the kids?
I didn't ask it in that way. It was the same thing. I said, do you have a plan and is it disturbing to you? And she said no, and then she said yes. And
let me go back for a minute there. You said, do you have a plan? And she said no. What was the second question? Second part of the question?
I said, do you find it disturbing? Okay. And she said yes. And she described it as really the way she was describing it as something that might happen to the kids.
So it was more something might happen than she might do something. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And did she tell you how long she had those thoughts for?
She didn't give a duration.
And how many times did she tell you this, that she had thoughts of harming the kids?
A couple times.
And was that a couple times over the course of a night or two in December?
Yeah.
Okay. And as a result of her telling you this, that she had thoughts of harming the kids, what did you do?
Her parents came up, and I think I asked her at some point, do you feel like you need to be kept away from them? And she said no. And then, it was very confusing because a minute later she was making them lunch or playing with them or, getting them ready for bed or whatever.
Two things can coexist simultaneously at the same time. You can be sad, you can be depressed, but you can also know that you have responsibilities to make sure that your fucking kids eat and that your fucking kids are put to bed. It's not that because now she's, as a result, suffering from postpartum depression, that she's not going to look after her children. And she was telling me that she wanted to kill the children, but then she was making them lunch like nothing happened. She still has to look after the children, you fucking thick fuck. Oh, lads. What do you think? What do you think? Like, I have a few things that I have a problem with. Like, why did he lie to the dispatchers that his wife said that the kids were in the basement when all the evidence concluded she couldn't speak because she had hypothermia, she had her neck cut, she had spinal fluid coming out of her nose? So how would she be able to tell him that the children were in the basement? It feels like that's bullshit. Also, why is there no fingerprints? Did you think that was weird throughout, that there was no fingerprints at the scene of a homicide? Like, how is there a knife? How is there on all of the children's clothes and on the gym bands throughout the whole house? Why was there no fingerprints? Is that not weird? How could there not be any usable fingerprints? But how can there not be any usable fingerprints on a knife? Like, you think that if there was a knife, that there would be clear evidence that she would have held it in both of her hands while she did this. But wouldn't it show, like, the last fingerprints that were on the knife? Like, there's DNA on everything. And you'd think that the last prints that would be on the knife, especially if you're holding something to cut, they're going to be good, strong fingerprints. I would think anyway. I'm not a forensic scientist, but I just think it's weird that there's no, what's it called? Like, they're in the whole place, in the whole house, there is no fingerprints that can be used. And if she said that she tried to kill herself and she tried to kill the kids, I just feel like there would have been more evidence in fingerprints as to this. It's just odd. And I also think it's really weird also that a nurse who has worked as a nurse her entire life, she should have known to not mix lemonade with her pills because it would have resulted in a delayed reaction to the pills working. That's something that a stupid fucking person would do that doesn't know how pills react with different liquids. Right? Like, I know I'm not supposed to drink juice with my medicine. Everyone tells you do not drink orange juice, do not drink lemonade, do not drink grapefruit with your fucking medication. No. People are good. If you're gonna fucking try and kill yourself, Yanne, you're gonna know not to fucking drink lemonade. And who's gonna fucking crush them? Who's gonna crush them, to be fair? Why would you crush them? I guess it makes them go easier into your system and you won't throw them up as easy, sure. But if she wanted to kill herself, and as you said, she hasn't slept in weeks, why didn't she just swallow them? You said she hasn't slept in weeks. So if we're questioning whether she was in her right state of mind, why would she have crushed them into lemonade? Why wouldn't she have just taken the whole bottle? I just think a nurse wouldn't have done that. Also, a nurse would have known how to cut her wrists properly. That's also a very big thing. And also, I'm not really in with the whole true crime shit, but how does 3 murders, cutting your throat, cutting your wrists, moving the bed, crushing and taking pills, throwing yourself out a fucking window, and getting hypothermia all take place within 30 minutes? I don't really know how long trying to strangle 3 people is gonna take, but then moving a bed and then getting all the shit together, because the house looked fine and the kids were sitting on the couch eating chicken nuggets when he left to go to the shop or whatever. This woman was moving fast, like. It's odd. Yeah, I'm sorry, but and it also takes a while to strangle somebody to death. Because one of the kids survived. How long does it take? It's going to be a weird search. Take to die from strangulation. I'm getting on a list. Help is available! Help is available is what I got! Oh, come on, chat. Come on, chat GBT, help me out here. It's true crime. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Oh. Okay. How long does it take? It won't tell me. I'm going to be put on a fucking list. Does anyone know how long it takes to strangle somebody? Because I fucking don't. There isn't a set amount of time. Depends on strength and method used. And it vastly varies when you look at it at kids and adults. Nah. I'd say at least 5 minutes. I'd say at least 5 minutes each. It has to be at least 5 minutes. It's gotta be. Because she's not a, like, she's probably about my size. And to cut off the airflow for that amount of time, because the baby survived. So if you imagine that the baby survived the strangulation, she either someone ran out of time, or something happened. I think he did it. I genuinely think he did it. If he did it, I think he did it. I think he did it. It's exactly past 5. It took 10 minutes for me to choke out my ex-sparring. It's very possible that he did it before he called 911, which is the reason why one of them survived. Did the murderer tie those bands? He seems like the most plausible suspect. I think none of it's and you think also for a woman who was writing everything down, very meticulously writing everything down, why did it not say once inside of what she was writing that she wanted to harm the kids? All it said was that she wanted to be better for the kids. Like, if this woman was experiencing the level of psychosis that she was, experiencing, you think she would have wrote something that would have even slightly have shown that she was thinking about harming the children. Me, I don't know. I just wanted to bring that to your attention today. We'll hear more about it this week as time goes on. But if you're watching on YouTube, come and join us on Twitch. The link is in my YouTube About section. Would greatly appreciate your love and support. Let's get to 200 viewers. Let's go. Let's get to 200 viewers. We just need 30 more people to join us on Twitch. How many subs are we at, Kieran, so I can properly make sure this is okay? I've been trying to keep up with it, but I was watching the video too much. 8 subs, thank you so much. Still broken. Was there anything else I had to show you? I really hope that, it's found. How do you know that we've gotten 6 follows, Kieran? Just out of curiosity. If you're new on Twitch, don't forget to drop a follow. If you're new on YouTube, don't forget to drop a follow and drop a like. Let's get to 150 likes, YouTube. Let's go. I was looking at more Tokyo videos and stuff to do in Tokyo. Oh. I thought this was wild because how many Europeans do we have in the chat? I'm in mod view. Where do you see that? Where do you see that in mod view? How many Europeans do we have here? Shout out. Inactivity. The activity feed? Is that it? Because, like, all I have is community and stream up for me. Oh, there we go. I was wondering why it was so weird. Activity? But how do you see in the activity how many filter? Ah. Okay. Now we're doing it. Now we're doing it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It only says, how long have I been live? It's only been 1, 2, 3. 3 new followers. Oh well, at least I have it now. I don't have to annoy you for it. Yeah, but I've only been live for 1 hour and 42 minutes. I haven't been live for 2 hours yet. What's the name of the court case? The Clancy case? Lindsay Clancy case? But ow. Sorry, toe went the wrong way. But I always thought this was wild. You never see this happen in Europe, but you always see this happen in America. I think if this actually happened in Europe, you'd lose your job. Why do ye walk around wearing scrubs in the States? There doesn't need to be sound. Like, do you see it? Do you see the problem, or do you not see the problem of wearing scrubs walking around a city, or after work, or before work? You'd be fired if you did that here. Doctors aren't even allowed to wear doctor coats in Ireland anymore. That's been outlawed since like 2008. You're only allowed to wear scrubs. Doesn't matter if you're a doctor or a nurse. You're wearing scrubs now. You just got home. Do you not think that's extremely disgusting? It's a work uniform in most instances. A work uniform for what? Nurses? Doctors? I'm not changing just to go home. That's disgusting. That's fucking disgusting. You're around so much bacteria. You're around so much things that are happening inside the hospital. And then you walk out of the hospital in those clothes. That is disgusting. And you walk into the hospital bringing in pathogens from your way into work. Do you not have a locker? Do you not have lockers in the States, in hospitals? It's disgusting. My wife's hospital does not give them changing rooms or locker rooms in order to change. That's ridiculous. So how do they get changed? So it's actually not a problem in America at all for nurses and doctors to bring pathogens into work every day on scrubs that they just walk around in all day long. Veterinary clinics should not be doing it either. Only doctors where you asked your daughter, she said only doctors get lockers and they come to work dressed in their scrubs. It's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. That's literally fucking disgusting. That's disgusting. Yeah, literally, as Blackie said, imagine you have a newborn child and you have an OB nurse going into them that has just been on the train in New York and has traveled all the way from their apartment in New York City, going through the subway, going through the stations, walking along the streets, and has walked into the newborn, her newborn station, and is handling your baby with contaminated scrubs. That's disgusting. Yeah, no, literally, as Timmy said, at that point, you should just be wearing normal clothes. Because what's the difference? Oh, you're in a certain color. There's nothing that's anyway medically clean about what you're wearing. Because honestly, just think about it. If you had a child in the NICU, like you had a small little baby in the NICU that's fighting for their life, and you know that nurse that is looking after your baby has been wearing those scrubs throughout the city, throughout public transport, and is now touching your baby, that has absolutely no way of protecting themselves, get the fuck out. Get the fuck out! You would be fired so fast in Europe. You'd be fired and sued. You would. That's fucked. So fucked. I saw that video and all I thought was, oh my god, that is disgusting. That is disgusting. There's no point. You should, in hospitals in America, you don't even have to wear scrubs. You don't even know what a scrub is. You don't know what a fucking scrub is. Just wear normal clothes. If you're wearing them outside, they're not fucking scrubs. That's absolutely disgusting. I just want to say that. Say my piece. Think about it. And you have to pay more medical bills as well. That's the fucking funny part. You pay more to get touched by these fucking people that aren't even sterile. Oh! The irony. The irony is crazy. Anyway. Anywho. Oh, I saw this video and I wanted to show it to you. I thought it was interesting. If you're watching on YouTube, come and join us on Twitch. And let's get to 200 likes on YouTube. Let's go.
The Oxford Union, one of the most prestigious debating societies in the world, had a debate. The motion, this House believes the West is right to be suspicious of Islam. And a few things happened that I think are really worth talking about. First, 500 protesters turned up to try and stop the debate happening. One of the opposition speakers, literally one of the people arguing against the suspicion of Islam, couldn't actually get into the building because the protesters wouldn't let her through.
Wow.
At a free speech debate about whether we're allowed to be suspicious. The people saying, no, there's nothing to worry about, had to be physically protected from the people proving there is.
Wow.
Second, Lawrence Fox, who did an incredible job, stood up and pulled out a brown envelope. He said it had a Charlie Hebdo cartoon in it, the Mohammed one. He said his wife had begged him not to.
If you don't know what the context for this is, you are not in Islam, you are not allowed to have any depiction of Muhammad. You're not allowed to have any pictures, any videos, or anything that represents Muhammad.
To show it because she was worried about their family's safety. The room full of people arguing Islam is peaceful. There's nothing to be suspicious of. They panicked. The president jumped up. Jacob Rees-Mogg jumped up. The Muslim speaker, literally, you could see him go white. Absolute terror in everybody's
I'm pretty sure it was a girl, the Muslim speaker. But anyway.
eyes, all because of a drawing. When he opened it and it was a cartoon of Jacob Rees-Mogg, everyone laughed. You could feel the room kind of relax because mocking a politician was totally fine, but mocking Mohammed might actually get a load of people killed in Oxford in 2026. And I think everybody knew it. Third, the opposition's main Muslim speaker finished his defense of Islam by quoting Osama bin Laden, and he did so approvingly. Again, I genuinely couldn't make this up if I tried. Fourth, Jacob Rees-Mogg, what a disappointment. I named our latest golden retriever Annunciata after his sister, and I really felt like he let me down. She is now going to be renamed Abdullah in his honor. Lastly, 4 of the 5 major schools of Islamic law support the death penalty for homosexuality. That's not Tommy Robinson saying that. That's literal Islamic law. I'm a gay man. Pointing out that the religion half the room was defending would have executed me, and that supposedly makes me the extremist. The world.
It's true. I'll show you the clip of the This is crazy. This is actually crazy.
78% of British Muslims believe that no publication should publish pictures of Muhammad, an overwhelming majority. That rises to 87%. That's 9 out of every 10 Muslims that are walking the streets today in a country which absolutely abandoned blasphemy laws. Suspicion is not strong enough a word. The West should resist Islam in the strongest terms on free speech grounds alone. So here we are with this cartoon, right? And it's time to show that I will not submit. I will not adhere to the religious.
It should be fair. Like, why should he not be able to show a cartoon of Muhammad? What's the problem? He's not Islamic. Genuinely, I'm asking a question. Why should it be a problem that he shows a picture of Muhammad if he's not Islamic? It means nothing to him. It's like showing a picture of God. Technically, there's no pictures of God because Jesus was supposed to be God's representation. So
laws of far off places. Now, my wife asked me not to show this for fear of repercussions in my family, but I
this is the religion of peace, by the way. You're afraid of repercussions.
told her that if I did not, then I had already submitted to Islam.
Is it not enough that half the team that invited you to this debate were Muslim women?
She got scared real quick, didn't she? She jumped up quick, chat. She jumped up quick.
Who wanted to hear out your expression and your arguments? Is it not enough that I, as a Muslim president, have invited you to this chamber to give your arguments? Is that not enough justification and
Why is she so nervous? Why are you so nervous?
evidence for you to believe that we do believe in free speech? I would not become the president of a free speech society if not for it.
Thank you, Al. Oh, well, may I, thank you very much. May I finish, excuse me.
A point of order having been raised, I will hear the ex-librarian.
It's a long time since I've been in this chamber and knew the rules off by heart. But in the House of Commons,
Why is everyone trying so hard to stop him? It's like they want to run up and grab it off him.
and we model ourselves on the House of Commons, props are not allowed. I wonder whether the rule on props is the same in the Oxford Union.
I thank the honourable gentleman for his point of order.
Excuse me, for 1 second.
One moment.
In the
One
absence...
moment. Mr. Fox,
in the
one moment.
absence-
One moment, Mr. Fox. The ex-president is also raising a point of order, I think.
Just so it's helpful to inform the ex-librarian and others, at least my 4 years involved with society, that ban was not extended and didn't seem to apply to Israel and Palestine flag.
Thank you. So, right, I just want to wrap this up.
I am going to rule on the point of order. There is no bar in the forms of the House. Again,
Maybe they're genuinely afraid. But why should they be afraid of a religion that's based on peace? The most peaceful religion in the world. Why should they be afraid? Imagine if someone showed a disrespectful picture of the Virgin Mary. So, who cares? Who fucking cares? That's coming from someone who's Catholic. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. It's not going to affect me. It shouldn't affect you. Someone else's drawing, oh my god.
against the use of props. However, I would encourage Mr. Fox to make the point and move on.
I was until points of order. So it is in that spirit that I will not submit that I show you this as an Englishman who believes in free speech.
It's free speech.
I will not submit. I will not bow down. The point I was trying to make, that in this envelope lived your fear and your fear of Islam and what Islam will do to you that when you upset its very oversensitive sky wizard. And what lived in this room is a healthy and brilliant and noble British tradition of suspicion of Islam.
He made his point. He made his point. And I think it was a great point. And I'll also make my point. I don't believe, and myself and Timmy were talking about this, I think on Saturday. I don't believe in any religion or any culture that has to put down others, that puts down anyone and says that it's part of their religion or that it's part of their culture. It's wrong. If you want to believe, if you want to have certain people dressed a certain way, then that's okay as long as that's in your country but you can't expect people in different countries to adhere to your culture that is not part of their culture. And you cannot expect people to be okay. And also, another big thing is hating on people or having people killed just because they're gay. Like, if you don't want to be a part of a society that is totally okay with gay people getting married and having children and living their lives, then be a part of a society that doesn't allow it. But don't get angry when you move to a country that is a part of normal life in that country. If you don't like it, then don't go there. Have historically killed gay people too. Ireland is a very Christian country. It's a very Catholic country. And it's one of the first countries that legalized gay marriage. History moves forward. But are people still killed today in Saudi Arabia as a result of being gay? Yes. Are people still killed in Ireland by the government of Ireland today for being gay? Are they put in prison for 14 years for being gay? Are they chemically castrated in the UK by the British government for being gay? No, they're not. But are they in Saudi Arabia? Yes. Are they in Iraq? Yes. It's just two countries. I'm not saying that I'm blaming other cultures for not moving at our pace, but if you do not agree with the culture of the place that you live in, don't live there. Either understand that this is the way of life in this country and for these people. Don't try to change it. Either adhere to it or leave. I don't care. What do you think? You believe in the freedom to live anywhere. I believe that everyone should have the freedom to live in any country that they want as long as they adhere to the country that they live in. So if I was to go and live in Dubai or Abu Dhabi or any countries that are largely under Sharia law, that I would have to adhere to Sharia law because that is the laws of the country and that is being respectful to the laws of the country. If I was to go and live in China, I'm going to adhere to the laws of China because I'm living in their country. I'm being respectful of their culture and of their laws. So if people do not want to be respectful of the culture and the laws of England, Ireland, France, Spain, then why are you here? Yeah. I believe in everyone's right to do whatever they want as long as they do not negatively impact other people. So, just saying. Just saying. I thought it was an interesting point. If you're new here on Twitch, please don't forget to drop a follow. Would greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much, Tonush, for the follow. I appreciate it. And Svangard, thank you so much for subscribing with Prime. I really appreciate that too. You are an absolute legend. It does mean a lot to me. So thank you. But was there anything else I had to show ye? Oh, I thought this was weird, and I wanted to get your opinion on it. Do you think it's weird if a dude has... Okay, how many people here in the chat have anime statues? Like statues of characters. Do you think it's weird if a dude has a statue of a character who is 11 years old and is a girl? Why? Why? I want to know why Frost and Storms, Miko said, yes, it's weird. Those are the people who said, yes. And Timmy, why? Because of child porn. Probably into lolly. I just want you to use your brain for a second. 14-year-old boy. Oh, she must be into lolly. There goes the Keyblade. 14-year-old boy. Let's make him try and flex. You know, these have some fucking movement in them for 14-year-old boy. Lock me up. Lock me up. I have a statue of a 14-year-old boy. Do you know how stupid G sounded?
Just because it's a girl and I'm collecting a girl doesn't mean like I'm like, oh my god, a girl. Like, no, bro. Like, just a cool manga. Like, why you gotta make it weird? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why you gotta make it that way?
You're making it weird. You're the ones who are making it weird. Like, it would be no different than having a statue of Sakura or having a statue of Sakura from Card Captors or having Chibi Moon or having Sailor Moon statue.
If that makes sense. People were like, she's 11. I'm like, nobody said anything about the way she looks.
Nope.
Nobody said anything about, like, nobody sexualized her in any way, shape,
Nope.
or form. It's just a cool old anime with an old art style. They go on fun adventures. Like, it's just a fun anime and manga. Like, I don't understand why people...
Yeah, because no one would give him shit if, like, in the background, he has Coco from Witch Hat Atelier. She's like, what, 11 years old as well? Why do people jump on it, but are not going to jump on him for that.
Always gotta like try to make shit weird for no reason.
Yeah,
I don't know
literally.
if you guys can't tell by my shelves and the stuff that I watch and read and buy, whether it's a BL, shoujo, a video game, like it doesn't matter to me. If I like a character's art style, a design, fashion, like I like that stuff. Like that's like my thing. Like I love that. So of course when I see these cool ass outfits that they do and the cool manga art style, I'm gonna want to tap in. It's just that simple. Like I don't understand why everybody's gotta try to make shit weird for no reason at all. Nobody like in any way, shape, or form is sexualizing her in any way, shape, or form. If you are, you're the weird one. Like you're weird. Yeah, beautiful acrylic stand though. Beautiful. Like it's the same thing with Madoka Magica. It's the same thing with all of those like magical girl series. They're literally all like middle schoolers. Like that's kind of the whole premise, is that they're literally these young kids that are being thrown into these magical situations. Like I don't understand why we always gotta make shit weird. Like I love Madoka Magica. I have a whole Madoka and Homura.
And Madoka Magica, there is nothing in it that happens that's sexual. Ever. It's really dark. It's really sad. There's nothing that happens in that anime that is in any way sexualizing the girls. But people always make it a big thing if you have a character from Madoka Magica as a statue. Like, the people that are projecting these things on anime that are normal, like Shugochara, Madoka Magica, Naruto, Witch Hat Atelier, these anime and manga are all perfectly fine. And no child is being exploited in it. Like, if you have a problem with people owning cool character statues from these anime, you're actually the problem, and you're projecting.
It's the weirdest shit to me. Like, people on
Just saying. But anyway, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to play games? Do you want to watch more videos? What do you guys want to do? Timmy, do you want to play games? Are you feeling better? Yeah, imagine being so bored you get pressed about someone having a figure of someone from a non-problematic anime or manga. Didn't know the context, but as you already, many manga is using school characters. I have said that anime that sexualize children should not do that, and they should put them in college when they're plus 20. But when it's just a normal anime for children and it's nothing is happening, nothing is sexualized, then why can there not be anime that are for children? These are anime that are for children. There's a big difference between Shugochara and High School DxD. There's a massive difference between Sailor Moon and gushing over high school girls or middle school girls or magical girls or whatever that fucking filth is like. Neural Alchemist, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. What game do you want to play, Timmy? Let's see what's trending right now on Twitch, just for the crack. Just for the crack. Oh my god, water park simulator. Wow, Tarkov's popping off. Is there like an event on or something? And Minecraft is popping off. Is there an event on? Tarkov is wiping. What does that mean? I'm sorry, I'm not a Tarkov player. I don't really know. I don't know these big words. New season. I see. I'm surprised no one's playing Pokopia. The new update looks amazing. Farming Simulator 25, baby! What? How is nobody playing Pokopia? Wait, where the fuck is Pokopia on this list? This looks really cute. I don't know what it is, but it looks cute. Oh dear. Sorry, had to yawn. Where is Pokopia? Wow. Minecraft has a new biome. Wow. I'm surprised there's not more people playing it since the new update. I'm going to be playing the shit out of this when I get to Japan. When I get on that flight, I'm going to be fucking Pokopia, baby. That's going to be me. About sausage on TikTok. About sausage. Do you know what, Timmy? I still want that sausage. You found my poo card at the shop. Oh my god! Oh my god! Use your words! Use your words, Noah! Use your words! You found my poo card. Oh man, what's it doing in the shop? I sold that to someone discreetly. I can't believe that's in a TCG shop. How much is it going for? You found her what in the what? Guy is asking $1,150 for the poo card. That's some expensive poo. Do you want to finish shift at midnight, Timmy? I have 600 in credit. Don't you fucking dare! Don't you fucking dare! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Do you know what? I'm actually really upset with Lorcana right now because I want this so bad. Does anyone here live in California? Doesn't matter anyway. Oh, what? Anyway, 1 second. I thought I saw something. I hate scalpers so fucking much because, if anyone here is a Disney fan or a Kingdom Hearts fan, you know that that D23 is happening this weekend. And every year at D23, there's Lorcana, like, show bundle that you can get. And it has 6 cards and 1 card that they haven't released yet. These cards are from the Winter Spell. This card is from the... these 3 cards are from Wilds Unknown, and this is probably a card from Attack of the Vines that they haven't released yet. You also get this promotion card of Woody from the Attack of the Vines. You get this really cool Winnie the Pooh wizard playmat, and You get this Illumineers guidebook with promotional cards inside it for the next card collection. Do you want to guess how much they're selling these for online? Just guess. Guess how much they're selling for online. You get 6 enchanted cards with the special D23 logo on it. A card that hasn't been released yet. This limited edition card, which is a D23 promo card as well. You get limited edition promo cards, which also have their own kind of little stamp here that says they're promo cards. So they're super rare. And you get this really nice old playmat. That's just for the promo box. If you want the whole thing... Oh, it's gone. I saw someone selling... It was going for 700 this morning. It's gone. All 10 are gone. Oh, they already have it? Oh, this is... Was it not? Did it happen? No. How can they have it? No, this gotta be an old one. Yeah, no, this is an old one. The collection's not out yet. 1 second. I have a picture because I sent it to Ferry. Because I was just like, fuck my life. One second, I'm scrolling. Keep scrolling. Here. €700 plus tenner for postage. And it's not like this is easy to get. You have to... This is really hard to get these cards. It's luck. You have to, one, go into the Ravensborough site. Look, D23 Ravens. So one, you have to go into the site. It's here. It only costs $189 for the show bundle. But it's all closed. It's been closed literally as soon as it opened. There was scalpers in there ready to swoop in for all of the times because, like, it says here, Disney Lorcana TCG D23 show bundle, 18th, the 14th at 10 a.m. So you have to be there at the Lorcana booth at 10 a.m. in order to collect it in California. So this is unobtainable for 99.9% of Lorcana fans unless you either can afford to fly into the States, and 2 are lucky enough to get a time. But this still doesn't guarantee that you're going to get it, because once you get there, you then have to enter a list, and then you might get it. Even booking these times doesn't guarantee you're going to get it. You must be nowhere near skint, Clara. I have €53 in my account. I don't know why. I don't know why y'all think I'm good. I'm just saying. There's no way I can afford 700. It's absolutely atrocious that people are charging that money. Imagine all that hassle just to sell it again. It's upsetting. Does anyone here in Ireland live close to a Smith's store? Is there any people here watching the stream now who are Irish? Yes, no, maybe. Do you live close to a Smith's toy store? Because they're not listing online that they sell Attack of the Vines anymore. Anywhere. Which one do you live close to? Do you live close to the ones in Dublin, or do you live close to one in Limerick or Galway or Athlone or Cork? Cork. Is there any chance you could do me a favor and pop down there and just see if they're still selling Attack of the... Not today, but like before Wednesday, if you could pop down and see if they're still selling Attack of the Vine cards, because they've taken them all off their websites. And if I said if I was good, I'd go into Limerick on Wednesday and get myself 2 packets. Just two. But they're not listing them on the website anymore. So I don't know if they still have them or not. So I don't want to have to drive all the way into Limerick to be told, actually, no, and then to leave again. No, literally just 2. I'm not buying any more. Because I have all of them. I have all the cards. There's only 2 normal cards I'm missing. Any cards that I get now are just extra cards, and I'm just looking for an enchanted card. The site is usually right. It doesn't appear on the site. Look, watch. Even if you type in Lorcana, there are no results for Lorcana. Check the spelling or use specific terms. Alternatively, get inspired below. They've removed them from the search on site. You can't call the store. There's no stores. Use control? See, look, there's no numbers. It's really annoying because all I want to know is if they still sell the cards and if they've just taken them down from the website. That's all I want to know. If the cards are still available. Because if I drive into Limerick and there's literally no cards, I am going to be so fucking pissed. I'm going to be so fucking done. If you're watching on YouTube, please come and join us on Twitch. We just need 13 more people to get to 200 viewers. Can't you email them? If you could email them for me, that would be great. Thanks. Okay. Let's finish. Oh yeah. Did you want to finish Shift at Midnight? Blackie. Oh my god, Superman Keeney, man. Thank you so much. Your game was so fantastic. My game? Oh, we didn't get over 10. We didn't get over 20. My game was fantastic? What game? But thank you so much, Superman Keeney, for the 5 subs, yo. 8? Is that 8? Does that say 8? $13. Oh, 16 subs. Thank you, Kieran. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what he's talking. That's my DC username. Your pardon? I'm sorry. This is feeling extremely parasocial. Actually, I'm not sorry. This is feeling extremely parasocial. I want to see what people put in the reaction videos stream. Do 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 do. I haven't looked in this in forever.
Did you know that in China, taking pictures here would get you in trouble? Because
AI. Why would it get you in trouble?
when this girl tried taking pictures, this is what happened. But when she thought she got away with breaking...
Oh, the AI dribble. What?
May the Lord be his guidance.
What the fuck?
May the Lord be his guidance.
Are they getting married? You think if you were getting married, I don't care, like, you know, what you wear. But, like, you know, you can wear a shirt and a skirt if you want to. Iron your fucking suit. Am I right? At least iron your fucking suit. Fucking pleb.
Chop it up. Chop.
This can't be real. This can't be real.
It up. Chop it up. Kinda. NOE mere. Kinda. Be my baby. So I leave my work on like Shakira. I so white, call me a mulera. I got the same mysterious chapati origins of India, but born in Eugene. And so I take my cabera, get it pat like a big panda, cause I wanna eat it early, silver full of matcha tanda.
I am Donald Trump's worst nightmare as a progressive Muslim immigrant who actually fights for the things that I believe in.
तो ये है जो एंड्रू कोमो ऑफर कर रहा है.
आज मेरे पास बिल्डिंगें हैं, प्रॉपर्टी है, बैंक बैलेंस है, बंगला है, गाड़ी है, क्या है तुम्हारे पास?
Was that actually him? That's so cool if it was. That's so fucking cool. Like, people might think that would, like, ruin his career. I'd be like, nah, you're cooler for that, man. You're way cooler. Fucking hell. He's a real person. What's going on here? He's touching me again, isn't he? He's touching me again. Why is he touching me? Stop touching me. What?
What's Barbie in Japanese?
Barbie.
What about Ken?
King.
What was sword in Japanese?
Ken.
King.
What was fist?
King.
Prefecture.
Ken.
King.
Hopping.
King. King.
How do you say a ticket's hopping rates?
King. 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 King.
Tell Ken the healthy and dangerous fist and sword fight is an experience, so Kagawa Prefecture's ticket to hopping rights needs to be bought.
King. King. Go. King. 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 Ga. King. King. Ya. King. 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 Go. King. 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 Ga. King.
I need that shirt for Japan. But I need it written in Japanese. I need the shirt written in Japanese. Like, that's amazing. No notes. Hand stamping a skull leather passport. Nah, I prefer this design. This design is so much cooler. It's got like depth on it. More depth than the other one. I bet this costs so much money. I prefer the front. I prefer the front. The front's cool. It costs a fuck ton of money, but it looks cool.
A strange mystery is stumping the internet right now. What the hell is moving this water? So a video coming out of a rural farm in India has gone viral this week, showing this water in a well recently built by the farmer seemingly moving in isolation of everything else. And no one currently knows why or how. I mean, it's to the point where local authorities have sent a specialized research team to investigate what's going on. Now, we do know that it's not an earthquake because authorities have confirmed that zero seismic activity has been recorded in that region, but other geologists have presented theories such as trapped air beneath the surface, or even the process of underground recharge, or aliens. But as of right now, it's all guesses, because no one knows. A strange mystery is...
It's pretty cool. I was thinking maybe deep seismic activity, but if there is no seismic activity, there's no seismic activity. Oh, my new friend, or my favorite YouTuber.
Australia just found a new spider that yeets bugs.
I think we've seen this.
Yeah, as if the country was not covered in enough fucking spider spawners, our scientists have discovered the brand new Bullista spider. Because they didn't think that maybe, just maybe,
Oh, I haven't seen
Well, you
this.
already have a fucking enough of those. However, this 8-legged DLC
I just found out that there's huntsman spiders in Tokyo. Pray for me.
stands out from the default eldritch horrors covering the country because, and I'm not making this up, I promise, they basically use Scooby-Doo traps to send ants to fucking space. Nice. And today, gang, I'm going to teach you how the fuck that works. Our target is specifically the green tree ant because ballista spiders are picky eaters.
He's kind of cute, though. Let's be honest. Look at him. Ah. Sorry, my fucking scaffold is annoying me.
Who won't fucking touch anything else.
Brother,
And step one for grabbing their dino nuggies is the boring bit. Spinning up a normal bone fucking stock web. Foundation laid, we can get to the fun bit. The ballista spider lowers itself around 30 centimetres to a nearby leaf or branch, stands there, runs some mathematical equations for trajectory and velocity, and then marks an anchor point. Once that point is marked, it will spend the next 4 hours spinning silk between the anchor and a nearby branch, pulling it tighter and tighter, essentially spinning up a comedically large spring. Then they coat the anchor point with pheromones, essentially spraying a giant fucking free candy sign onto it, and they just piss off into the trees and wait. Meanwhile, a green tree ant walking by just happens to notice, wow, look at that totally not suspicious construction that says free candy. Well, I've got nothing better to do for the evening. I guess I'll just wander on over here and just have a good old bit of a ball.
Oop.
Yeah, the second those mandibles nicked the spring, it snapped, grabbing the ant and instantly accelerating it with 140 Gs of force. That is 15 times what a fucking fighter jet pilot experiences at maximum Gs. The ant then sails through the air in a beautiful arc before slamming directly into the waiting spider web and fucking dying.
Now that's engineering. I'd call him the fucking engineering spider.
What the fuck? Liv? Right. Liv, what is that?
Ready?
Liv, what's that?
Are you ready to open your eyes?
No. What is that under my feet?
Ready?
Liv, why are you stroking my hand like that?
Ready? Open your eyes.
No. I don't want to.
Open your eyes.
What is that?
Open your eyes.
She's covered the entire fucking sitting room floor in fucking sand. If I had thoughts about ending the relationship, this would be the day I would end the relationship. Get out of my house and take the fucking sand with you.
I don't want to.
She's gonna lose her mind.
Open your eyes. That's good, innit? You wanted to go on holiday. I brought you the Bahamas. That's good, innit? What?
Get out of my house.
It's fucking sand!
Kid sand.
Literal sand!
Yeah? Did you want to make a sandcastle? Penny loves it. Penny Shimmer!
You could have put it in a fucking sandpit. Why have you put it on the... Oh my god, on the carpet.
Come and sit down. Come sit down. He's been digging.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking
Penny
fantastic,
Shimmer!
Liv.
Shimmer,
Well, where's the buckets then? We got no.
Here's the bucket.
I was taking the fucking piss.
Oh. But look, you haven't made the sandcastle yet.
If I was her, I wouldn't even play into this. I would be gone. I'd be out the fucking door. I'd be like, I'm going out for an hour, and if you don't have this fucking sand cleaned up by the time I get back, you better be gone.
Look.
Fuck off.
Penny, show Mum, look. Ready?
Liv.
Show Mum.
This is an absolute joke.
Show Mum. Ready, Penny? Actually, that's it. You did. Show Mum. Look, she loves it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was just thinking this is a massive litter box.
My bird's gonna sing you a song, and you better be nice.
I will.
My bird's gonna sing you a song.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 song. What?
The wild haggis lives high in the mountains of Scotland.
Oh, wow.
Its uneven legs help it.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought they were nearly extinct. Fair play, Scotland, for bringing back the haggis. It's fucking national treasure, like. Fair play, lads. Fair play. Well done. Great work.
Travel safely around the mountain. It spends much of its day hidden among the heather.
National treasure.
It is almost impossible to see, unless, of course...
That's why, you know, people thought they were extinct, I'd say.
You are Scottish.
Yeah, if you're ever going on holiday to Scotland and you're going to the Highlands, try and find yourself, try and spot one. They're extremely hard to spot, but you might be lucky enough. What is this? Yeah, it's a real animal.
Does seeing these robots make you feel safe or concerned? After China unveiled armed humanoid and robot dog prototypes, the United States is now testing its own military robots. Built to carry weapons and fight on the battlefield, they could change warfare forever. Supporters say they'll save soldiers' lives. Critics warn they're the beginning of autonomous killing machines. If conflict escalates, could America one day send robots into Iran instead of...
You are so fucked! You are so fucked! Oh my god! If there is protests in America, they're gonna send in these fuckers to kill all of ye, and they're gonna be like, "Oh no, we lost connection. Oh, they just started doing it by themselves." You're fucked. You're so fucked. Ah! You learned nothing from Terminator. Nothing. Oh, the malfunction. Oopsie. Fucked.
It's happening. Grab a date, grab your friends, grab a snack, because next week, 3 space events are all happening on the same day, August 12th.
Nice.
The biggest meteor shower of the entire year, the Perseids, will be peaking. There will be
Is this just for America?
50 to 100 meteors every hour, and the Perseids are notorious for having fireballs, which are just insane
Is this just for America?
shooting stars that look like explosions in the night sky. These are caused by bigger chunks of stuff hitting Earth's atmosphere. Because what's happening is every August, Earth passes through the debris field of Comet Swift-Tuttle, and these chunks of comet hit our atmosphere at 37 miles per second. But that's not all, because August 12th is also a new moon, which means the sky will be extra dark for you to see the meteors. And that August 12th new moon is going to pass directly in front of the sun. There will be a total solar eclipse. This is the path of totality, but it will be at least partially visible in this entire area. And whether it's partial or not, never look at the sun or a solar eclipse without solar eclipse glasses. Happy stargazing and sun gazing. Stargazing.
It didn't answer my question. Is it just America? Damascus steel, apparently. That upset me. What is going on? What are we making? I'm sorry. What a fucking waste of time. That thing is ugly. That thing is so fucking ugly. Oh my god, what a waste of fucking time. Oh my god. The biggest waste of fucking time I have ever seen. I mean, if you like it, fair enough. I think that is fucking catastrophic. I wouldn't give you a $5 for that.
This is apparently a German deer calling competition, and I just have one question. Is the winner of this activity determined by the person who can do this motion the best to make a deer come first?
Deer calling competition. Is this what a deer sounds like? It sounds like a lion. Oh my god. The shit you learn. What is this?
FIFA gave Donald Trump a peace prize? Ew. So naturally, I wanted to know what the fuck. So I went down a rabbit hole, and it turned out to be significantly worse than I expected. In December 2025, FIFA gave the President of the United States their peace prize. You know, for peace. The citation said something about his unwavering commitment to advancing peace and unity throughout the world.
Yeah, because advancing peace and unity, when every time Iran played a game, they had to, in the States, they had to leave the same day. That's definitely an advocate for peace and unity when they're just soccer players and have nothing to do with the war.
World. Huh? That's crazy, right? Because in April 2025, the federal government that this man runs deported a 4-year-old with stage 4 cancer. His name is Romeo. He has a 7-year-old sister named Ruby. She's also an American citizen. They were deported right alongside their mother, Rosario, back to Honduras. ICE refused to let their attorneys speak with them. They were lied to about where they were going, and they were gone in 3 days. That same week, another American citizen toddler named Jade, 2 years old, was deported with her mother, Julia. Same procedure, same Louisiana ICE office. The man whose government deported these children got a peace prize. In the 6 months since, this administration has deported over 500,000 people. ICE is killing American citizens. Fans from Haiti, Iran, Senegal, and the Ivory Coast cannot enter the country hosting their own teams. Visitors from the rest of the world, they're being asked to hand over their social media to be screened for anti-Americanism.
My friend was going to the States with her boyfriend, and she was detained in a room for 3 hours by American airport security of them going through her phone for 3 hours. And she's a normal girl. She's a nurse, an Irish nurse. And she was held for 3 hours in a detention room.
FIFA was told. Amnesty
Oh, and she had nothing on her phone.
International, the ACLU, the NAACP, Human Rights Watch. 90 organizations signed a letter, and FIFA gave him the prize anyway. They brought that tournament here anyway. So I went looking at what FIFA is, because I didn't really know much about the sport, if I'm being honest. FIFA's a criminal enterprise, and I am not exaggerating. In 2015, the DOJ indicted 9 FIFA officials on racketeering, wire fraud, and money laundering.
Wow.
The indictment covered over
Who's surprised?
$150 million in bribes over 2 decades. Eventually, 45 people were charged. Over $200 million in documented bribes. The 2018 World Cup in Russia was bought with bribes. The 2022 World Cup in Qatar was bought with bribes.
And that was bought with slavery.
A FIFA vice president named Jack Warner took $5 million in bribes from Russia for his own vote. That's the public indictment. FIFA's last president, Sepp Blatter, he ran the organization for 17 years. And he was ousted for ethics violations during the same scandal. This is not an organization that's lost its way. This is what FIFA is. They've been bribed for decades to award tournaments to authoritarian governments. Argentina 1978. FIFA held the World Cup there. Meanwhile, the government was disappearing tens of thousands of its own people. Black people. Russia 2018. FIFA held the World Cup there while Russia was still at war with Ukraine. Russia had annexed Crimea in 2014. Russia had shot down a passenger plane over Ukraine in 2014. Killing all 298 people on board. Russia was still occupying eastern Ukraine when the tournament kicked off. Multiple governments asked FIFA to move it. Sepp Blatter refused. And I really don't give a shit if I'm pronouncing his name wrong. The games went on. Qatar 2022. The Guardian documented 6,500 migrant workers from South Asia. They died in Qatar during
Slavery.
the decade after FIFA awarded them the tournament. Most of them are buried in unmarked graves. Their families were never compensated. For most of that decade, Qatar's kafala labor system legally trapped migrant workers and made it illegal for them to change jobs or leave the country without their employer's approval. Being gay in Qatar was punishable by prison. FIFA knew all of it, and FIFA still played the games anyway. And now the United States in 2026. While this country is deporting 4-year-old cancer patients, the man running all that is wearing a FIFA Peace Prize. Are y'all mad yet? You should be.
We all knew that FIFA was a corrupt organization. Like, as I remember when I heard that FIFA was a non-for-profit, I was just like, get the fuck out of here. Those fuckers are minted.
For the first time, Star Wars is being dubbed into Welsh. The new version of the 1977 film A New Hope was announced at the National Eisteddfod. Lucasfilm and Disney produced it with S4C and the Welsh government via Creative Wales. It will air on S4C and its platforms from Christmas Day, ahead of the film's 50th anniversary in 2027. For the
Now we want it in Irish. We want it dubbed in Irish next. Gurv Mila. Not the fucking shitty 4 to 6, the 1 to 3, please.
I'm sitting here on the Cumra Mountains, my home, for the last year, and it's on fire. And it has been for 4 days. And I don't need to sit here and speculate as to why it's on fire and why there's so many wildfires across Ireland and why there's so many wildfires across Europe. I don't need to say it was someone with a barbecue, or it was farmers burning gorse, or it was directed energy weapons, or it's a collective governmental plan symbolising the burning of the world and an ushering in a new currency. I don't want to talk about all of that. We can speculate all we like. You can go look at all those videos on TikTok if you want. I don't want to sit here and talk about all of the organisms that are dying behind me right now and across the world due to these wildfires. I don't need to talk about the rabbits and the foxes and the ground nesting birds and all of the ash that's going to run into the streams, destroying the water life. I don't want to talk about any of that. I want to talk about what this says about our species, how this reflects our species, because I've been so angry, I've been so ashamed to call myself a human looking at this from my doorstep. I am so divinely connected to this mountain, to this land, to this...
He's gonna go on a hippy dippy rant, but you know, he's right. You know, in fairness, as far as hippy dippy rants go, I do believe that collectively, as I keep saying to everyone, there is only 1% of people in the world who are causing all these problems for 99% of us. So why don't we collectively decide that we don't listen or do what the 1% says anymore? Why don't we collectively decide guerrilla warfare was a great thing?
Hey, Anthropic, what are you up to, buddy?
Okay, you know how OpenAI had a cybersecurity model that escaped testing and hacked a company?
Yeah?
Well, not to be outdone, we had an AI escape and hack 3 companies. What? They beat our numbers? We're gonna have to really step up our game.
You two need to stop racing to the AI apocalypse, you dipshit.
I don't care about the whole AI apocalypse thing. I just care about the fact that we need to get rid of all the data centers. And there needs to be some good people who go out there and get rid of data centers. Can we all agree on that?
So this man is the only foster parent in Los Angeles who takes in children that are about to die. And although 10 of them have actually died right in his arms, he says one terrifying day showed him why he can never stop. You see, Mohammed Zeke left Libya to study engineering and started fostering kids with his wife back in 1989. But over time, they decided to only take the babies that doctors said had no chance. So whenever a child is dying with no family, social workers just call Mohammed, since in 30 years, the guy has literally never said no. A lot of the babies don't even arrive with names, just baby boy or baby girl, so Mohammed ended up naming them all himself. He even took in the 7-week-old girl who couldn't see, hear, or move, and although doctors said she'd only survive a few months, he held her through every seizure until she'd somehow made it 6 whole years. But then one day, it was Mohammed in the exam room being told he had cancer. And lying there with no family beside beside him, Mohammed finally felt what his kids feel, and all he could think was, if I am 62 and I am scared, what about them? Luckily, he recovered and went right back to his kids, and when a stranger's GoFundMe blew up for him, Mohammed just said, I know it's going to hurt me, but we should help each other. So this man is the only
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Oh my god, that is so fucked. Oh man. Oh man, God bless him. Oh, oh, no. Oh, oh, that's so fucking selfless. Stop it. They didn't even have fucking names. Ugh. They didn't even have fucking names. Ugh. The internet's deepest rabbit hole. Oh no. Pika-san, you send in the longest fucking videos. I bet you this video is gonna be crazy fucking long. 53 fucking minutes. I think not.
Just because you have a full-time job does not mean it's enough to get by in
True.
this economy. According to a new government report, millions of employed Americans have to also rely on public assistance to afford food and health care. In fact, the report found about 88% of employed Americans receiving these government benefits also work for private sector employers, including some of the biggest companies in this country.
It's almost like the top 1% are hoarding all the wealth and making it extremely difficult for anyone else to accumulate wealth. So we all get fed this idea that if we work hard and get a job in a good company, that we'll eventually be able to be rich as well. But it doesn't look like that's true when 88% of Americans in the greatest country in the world are also on government benefits, working for these massive companies.
This report from the Government Accountability Office shows that for a large portion of working Americans, this economy is simply unaffordable. And this report names names. It names the companies whose workers cannot fully support themselves on their full-time salaries.
Go on.
I'm going to share that data and those names with you in this video. But first, I want to thank my paid Facts HQ members for voting overwhelmingly for this day. Make sure you follow these easy steps and get some paid Facts HQ every single day. Without them, my channel would disappear. So if you want to support paid office report. The office calls itself the GAO. Well, they just recently released the results of a study that was conducted on how many Americans ages 19 to 64 working at least 35 hours a week still qualify for government assistance programs like SNAP and Medicaid. The report looked at census data from 2024 and found nearly 14 million working adults were also enrolled in Medicaid, and just over 10.5 million working adults were enrolled in SNAP. That means, according to GAO's analysis of the census data, about 2/3 of these adults who qualified for each of these government assistance programs were also working full-time. Now, let's get into the names, shall we? The GAO looked at data collected in September of 2025 from 11 specific states: Arkansas, Georgia, Indiana, Maine, Massachusetts, Nebraska, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Rhode Island, and Washington. Across all those states, the company that kept...
Which company do you think is going to be at the top?
...coming up was Walmart.
Oh, Yanni, look at you!
Appears more often than any other employer as the #1 employer of working Medicaid and SNAP recipients. Another one that appears a lot across these participants.
Go on, lads. Who do you think's #2? Walmart. McDonald's?
Participating states is Amazon.
Oh, well, yeah,
and
that's
compared to the same GAO report in 2020, the number of Amazon workers who also qualify for Medicaid and SNAP has almost tripled, according to the state estimate.
Yeah, but we all know that Walmart and Amazon are two of the worst companies to work for in the States. Like, you don't even get, like, toilet breaks. I've heard of people pissing in bottles because you're not allowed to leave your station. Like, how does anyone, like, how do we continue to allow this, is my question as well. Why do we continue to give these people money when we know that they are terrible companies and they do not care about you or me at all? Because if everyone, I know this is just, wishful thinking and all that shit, but if everyone in America, because we don't have Walmart, consistently decided to just stop buying from Walmart, they'd have to do something. If everyone consistently decided to stop buying from Amazon, they'd have to do something. Why do people have Amazon wish lists? Oh, I have an Amazon wish list. But there's no point me being fucking patriotic and being like, oh yeah, I'm going to get rid of my Amazon Patreon, my Amazon fucking wish list, and I'm not going to use Amazon anymore because, this is why. I'm not going to make even a scratch, a dent, a scratch, a small speck in the steel iron dome that is Amazon. But if everyone did it, that would be the difference. It doesn't matter if I stop using it. We all have to stop using it. I just wish we all would.
But it's not just those two Fortune 500 companies who appear in this report. So do McDonald's, FedEx, Home Depot, Target, Costco, Starbucks, Dollar Tree, and Dollar General. And more prominently listed in the new report this year compared to the 2020 report.
Because I want movie props for cosplay. Why don't you do what we used to do? Make them yourself. I don't understand why people get, like, the only thing I buy on Amazon are books. And the reason I buy my books on Amazon is because you can't buy them anywhere else. Unless, actually, I buy most of my books on Eason's now. Because they come from Ireland and it's much easier. But why don't you just make your props? Like, if that's your reason for why you buy stuff off Amazon, it'd be much cooler if you just hadn't made your props, but like we used to do back before Amazon was around. There was a time before Amazon. There was a time.
Are several rideshare and food delivery companies like Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Grubhub, and Instacart. Now, Amazon has pushed back on these findings, saying Amazon is one of the largest job creators in the country, so looking at raw numbers instead of percentages is misleading.
You're going to suck my dick and you're going to like it, so shut your fucking mouth and take it. That's what that says. Having your employees living in poverty should immediately disqualify a business from making the Fortune 500. Not that the title means anything, literally. I agree with you as well. DIY is expensive. DIY is good, but materials are expensive as well. What are you making? Genuinely, what are you making? Like, tell me something. Tell me something literally right now that you want to make, that you can buy on Amazon. Tell me. Genuinely. I'll wait. A lightsaber. Yeah, that's one thing you can't do. Pick something else. A fursuit. Sure, people make them anyway. You can go into, you can make them out of foam. if you get big pieces of foam, I was thinking glow sticks and super glue. I was thinking that is one way to do it handmade, that it could still look cool. But a fursuit, you can make that yourself. Like, all you need is foam, and to go into a store and buy the fur, and then cut the foam around your body parts and make sure that it's the foam that is used for moving in. Like, there's so many things that you can make by yourself. I think buying them off Amazon is just... If an anime, if a girl dressed as a hot anime character isn't standing underneath that to try and get a cool photo, that's a wasted opportunity if I've ever seen one. Oh, it's a TCG tabletop convention. There's not gonna be any of those girls there. Sorry, boys. Get underneath for the shower. There's probably a few lads there that haven't showered in weeks that could do with that water. That was God.
I don't know how to say this without it coming off wrong, but like, I'm trying to figure out, like, genuinely, I'm trying to figure. I don't know how to say this without it coming off wrong.
I don't know how to say this without telling you, but your video's not working.
Excuse me, human. I have a petition that I think you might be interested in. I think we should take away the age restriction of only children when it comes to getting a sticker from the doctor for being brave and a lolly for being a good patient. We all deserve that kind of gratuity. I was brave. I was good. I only bit you once. Excuse me, human. I have a petition.
I'd like that. I'd like a sticker. I'd keep it. I would definitely keep it. What's wrong with the baby?
You know, people be so mad about people having dogs. What about the people? What are people that...
What the fuck is wrong with your cat? Is your cat dead?
They be mad at these people who get these cats and they have kittens. Bro, look at this, bro. This is a cute kitten out here dehydrating. I ain't never seen nothing like this. God damn it, bro. What? On a Sunday?
Stop fucking taking the stupid fucking video, you prick. And just fucking give the cat attention. Put the fucking stupid video down. I swear to God, it's these fucking people. They drive me mad. Why is it when you see a cat literally gasping that you think I'm going to pull out my fucking phone and I'm going to take a stupid video? Fuck off.
Look at him, bro.
Look at him. You're an idiot.
Do little me.
Where's...
Got a little man inside.
That annoys me. That annoys me so much. Unless you have someone there with you to take the video while you're giving the cat care, I don't fucking care. I literally don't care. That is just attention-seeking, clip-baiting bullshit. And it shouldn't be allowed on TikTok. Because it's negligence. Can we agree that it's negligence to get videos for fucking clicks and views rather than helping an animal in distress like that? Like, I understand, yeah, the person did in the end take the cat back and, you know, give them care. But the cat was in distress. And they were taking a stupid video. I'm not even watching the rest of it. I don't want to give them my fucking views.
What if game discs were replaced with proprietary cartridges?
That'd
Hear
be
me
cool.
out for a second. One of the arguments against physical games recently, I've seen in a lot of these different posts, is that discs aren't big enough to hold full games on them. And in some cases, that is true. In a lot of cases, it's not, but in some cases, it is.
Man, imagine if we got cartridges back. That'd be so cool.
True. Think about micro SD cards, right? Or similar sort of storage devices that have grown exponentially in the amount of storage that they can hold on them over the last 5 to 10 years. You know, I remember having memory sticks when I was in school that maybe only held like 128 megabytes on them. And now you can get terabyte SD cards that are about this big. Even if it meant you had to pay like 10 or 20 pounds more to be able to buy a game physically.
No, you can fucking suck my left fucking flap. I'm not paying another 20 fucking quid for a fucking game. I'm sorry. The games are already stupid expensive. €70 up to €90 just for a fucking cartridge. You can suck my flaps. By the way, if you're new here, please don't forget to drop a follow. We have 206 people watching on 216 people watching on Twitch right now. If you are new here, please don't forget to drop a follow. And if you can drop a sub too, I would greatly appreciate it. Got to get to that daily sub goal so I can afford to do fun stuff when I go to Japan.
It would come on a little cartridge like that rather than a disc. Would you buy it? Genuinely, I think I would, you know. Platform holders get a little bit more money because they get to have these games cost a little.
Nope. As soon as you said more money for Sony, you lost me.
I saw some people in the comments asking if I would go around the zoo and boop a whole bunch of different snoots. So you're welcome. Here, enjoy. All right, park it right here. Park, there we go. Ready? Boop. You want one too? Boop. That's a double boop. Boop, boop. Ready? Boop. Ready? Slow.
I love slots.
Boop. Come here. Boop.
Oh, I love
Bella,
them.
so help me God if you pull my hair while I boop your nose. Come
Why is
here.
he going to pull your
Come
hair?
face.
Oh my
Ready?
God, look at those arms.
Come here. Boop, boop. Look at that little nose smush. Okay, okay. She's like, I'm not gonna pull your hair. I'm not gonna. Oh, oh, you little monster.
Did you see that?
Oh God, this is a bad idea. I don't even know if this is possible. This might land me in the hospital. Hey, Cheeto. Cheeto, can I give?
No.
Can I give you a little boop?
No.
Can I? Oh God. Boop. Oh, I get it. Come here. Ready? Boop.
I even jumped back.
Ready? Boop.
That's a baby.
Come here. Come here, Stitch. Come here. Come here. I need to boop your snootsies. Come here. Come here. Ready?
I love Phoenix.
He's too excited. What are you? Oh, Stitch. Come here. Come here. Come here. What are you? What are you doing? Yo, Ricky, can I boop that snoot? Can I?
No.
Boop. Thank you, Ricky. Look, come here, meow. I can boop that snoot. All right, ready? Ready? Boop. Oh, I didn't get on camera. Boop. I saw some people in the comments.
That was wholesome. I quite enjoyed that. Mix 24 karat gold and glass. Any glass making I'm here for.
What do you think would happen if this bag and this bag had a baby? Today we're gonna find out. We're gonna try to take the best elements of each. We're gonna kick it up a notch by making the Ivy Optic Twisted. This is called an optic mold. It's just an aluminum cup with a bunch of ridges in it.
I swear if I was a rich person, I would totally become a glass maker. Oh my God. If I was rich, this would be my hobby.
Stuff the glass in there to get it all optic-y and then twist it up so that each ivy is like a spiraling helix. I'm gonna draw it on there and let the glass flow and like blend onto the bag. Problem is, sometimes it's a little too cold and it falls off. Not to worry, we can fix it. I'm gonna stick on another one and try to attach it so that the remaining pieces become like little branches. Now, let's make a black bag. Stuff the cup. This is my view of looking inside the cup as I stuff it. I love it. Next, we're doing the leaves. Take a bit of glass, roll it in the gold, bring it over, dab it on, cut it, crimp it, twist it.
Wow.
Repeat. About 20, 30 times. Each individual leaf gets half a leaf of gold this time. We're becoming more economical. Each golden square is $10, so each leaf is $5. You do the math. There's a lot of leaves on this thing. The flowers, this was innovation. I wanted the gold on the back of the flower, but there's a problem. The pipe's there. What are you gonna do? I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Take the flower, bonk it off the pipe, and then dab it in the gold. I was very proud of that. I think that's a very innovative and brilliant move. I take that, put it in the garage, save it for later. Now, time to apply the flowers to the bag. What do? You flash the flower, you take a torch, heat up the section you want to do, take your tweezers, grab the flower, stick it on the bag. They both have to be hot to do this. If one is too cold, gonna fall off. Ooh. Luckily, we're planned ahead for this. We make extra flowers. The bag is done, little drop of water, little bonk off. Here it is, in the sunshine. What do you think?
If I was rich, I'd have a wall just of these gorgeous glass bags. I love this guy so much. And thank you to everyone who keeps sending me his stuff. I need to drop him a follow. I actually do love his stuff. Is this him? It looks like it could be. I love his stuff. Beautiful. No notes.
Hey, Wales! Oh, hello. How have you been? Da iawn, diolch. Very good, thanks. What can I do for you today? It's a small world. Well, we are the same person. No, the ride, It's a Small World. All right. Have you been on it? I have. What did you think? Oh, gosh. Okay. I don't know if I wanted to be on here yet. Oh? No, I had a wonderful time. It was just a lot to take in for my first time. Did you know they had whales on there? I did. Some Welsh costumes up in the corner on your left. Yeah. Blink and you'll miss it. You did miss it. Yeah, I found this one on the internet. Why are we on the moon? No idea. Oh. You know, as you go into It's a Small World, it's got signs that say welcome in different languages on them. Uh-huh. They now have Irish.
Hey!
No way. DLP Tips for Irish campaign for it. Well, is there a Welsh sign? No. Well, there should be. Yeah, I say we campaign for a Welsh sign to be put on the ride. There's Welsh Disney stuff, Black Cauldron, and they hosted St. David's Day before. Well, Disneyland Paris, let's put Welsh.
And also, didn't Disney buy Studio Ghibli? Howl's Moving Castle is Welsh. It's crazy they don't actually have more Welsh. But yay. We got our claim. We got our claim. I'll be back in 2 seconds. I need to go bathroom. So y'all can fight amongst yourselves for a few minutes. I'll be back. Sorry, my ear is itchy. I'll be in the chat. I can 1 second. Is this Twitch? Here's chat. Okay, I'll chat to you while I wee. Sorry. My brother told me to fuck off. He told me I can either make my own or fuck off. So I got some granola, yogurt, and blueberries. Are we looking at my shit? I was the chicken thief. My pink DS. Yep, that's my pink DS. We have a new Polish shop across the road. I was telling my brother about it. They have everything in there. Polish bakery. Polish butcher. Off license. Everything inside there. Am I going to share? No. This is all mine. Anyone got any hot takes? I love Polish food. Me too. I trust a Polish butcher or a Polish baker every day of the week. Now, you wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. So, who wants to do like a guess the picture tomorrow? Of like beaches, since it's like summer. Should a cinema operate during high temperatures if they have no air conditioning or good ventilation? No. I nearly died watching The Odyssey. I had to leave 10 minutes before the end because I felt like I was going to pass out. It was so warm. What? Really? It was too hot. All my outfit was like covered in sweat. What takeaway you getting? Takeaway? This isn't takeaway. This is blueberries and yogurt. I'm not surprised you nearly passed out watching Spider-Man. It's such a long movie. And if the room isn't ventilated, you are fucked. My shirt was wet. My skirt was wet. All the back of my hair was wet. The sweat was rolling down me. It was so bad. What's my next takeaway? I normally just get chicken from McDonald's. Anna. Where you going? No aircon. The staff said it was our choice to go. They only had this tiny little paper saying that if you can't handle heat, then get a refund. That is so bad. When I said it to the staff when we were leaving, they offered me and my mom 2 free tickets to a movie. Because they knew it was so hot in there. That's so bad they said that to you. That's Dublin for you, though. I'm not surprised. I can't read that out loud. Don't need an aircon anymore. It's not hot anymore. It was actually cold last night. If they told me if I can't handle the heat, don't come, I would genuinely collapse on purpose. Claim. Claim. I need a new trip. I need a trip to Thailand next. Just fall down the stairs. Passed out because of the heat. How often does it rain in Ireland? I think it's 320 out of 365 days a year. It's only 20 degrees here now. Thank God. How hot is it in Dublin? Oh, I have to go into the Garda station on Friday at 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock. You've only had one rainfall in the last 40 days. Maybe for you. Definitely not here. It was raining yesterday here. Ow. Yeah, I only have to go in there to make another statement because, well, I'll tell you more the more I can tell you on Friday. But all I know now is he texted me last night and he says he needs me to come in to the station to do another report. So I will go into the station. Did you say how hot it was, Jamie? But it was like an air fry would be. It's going to be 30 here and we've only had rain twice in the past 2 months. Where? Oh, Minnesota. That's fair. I was like, that's not in Ireland. That's not in Ireland. It's super warm. It's never super warm here. One second, I'm deleting all these tabs. Okay, 1 second. I have a journal I need to get. I actually bought this journal to stay on top of things that I need to do, so that I don't forget to do things when I finish stream. So y'all want to do a picture game tomorrow? That's cool. We're going to do like beach pictures. So I'll write that down. Get 30 beach pictures. I'm just writing down the things I need to do so I don't forget to do them after stream. Next, Post wig video. Post pictures. Is there anything else I need to do when I finish stream? Oh, I need to fix Streamlabs. Get logo. Spelling. Is there anything else I need to do? The face tracker is not new. I just don't really press it often. Nana has a tracker now. Speaking of trackers, Nana has a tracker. No! I'm working! Is there anything else that I have to do? Get 30 pictures for beach pictures, post wig video, post pictures, fix Streamlabs, get logo on stream. Did you fix Nightbot? Fix Nightbot. Is there anything else I have to do? I got a blue pen. I wish I had a green pen. I have a green pen. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. If you're new here and you haven't dropped a follow yet, please don't forget to drop a follow, guys. What date's today? 10th. 10th. August. Are you perchance picking up Halloween, the game, when it releases next month? No. Not even slightly. My blue is what I have to write for things that I have to do that's not work related. So I have to, everyone, if you have to do things, we should all write them down together so that we remember to do them. So bring Jojo for a walk. For walk. GTA 6. When is that out? Is there anything I need to do? Is there any housework that you guys do that I need to do but I might be forgetting? So I can write it down and get it done. November 2027. Really? I need to get groceries. I did that yesterday. I did grocery shopping yesterday. I don't need to do laundry. I did that yesterday. I could try and go to the gym. Oh my god, of course kimchi and chicken wings is an acceptable dinner. So good. Bed sheets, yes. Dishes done. Hoover. Do you think I can get all these done tonight? Clean car. And if I can, I'll have a special one. Go gym. I have until like 7:30 to get all this done if I want to go to the gym. To the gym. Go gym. This is my list of all the things I need to do after stream. So get 30 beach pictures for Guess the Beach. Who wants to play that? Megan, do you want to play? Nicole. Nicole. You just found 7. You're a legend. I'm going to Tokyo and Naha. Do you want to play? If you have a mic, you can play. You'd probably be terrible. That's the best part. I have to be able to beat you. Guess the Beach. No, it's Guess the Beach from like TV shows, movies, games, animated series. Good morning, Mike. How are you doing? It's fun. It's very specific, but it's fun. If you don't want to play, it's fine. Noah, are you up for it? Okay, no. Nicole's gonna join. We've never got Nicole on anything. Okay. So get 30 beach pictures, post wig video, post pictures, fix Streamlabs, get logo on stream, fix Nightbot, change bed sheets, bring Jojo for walk, Hoover, clean car, go gym. Those are the extended list of things that I need to get done. So if I can get through that list, I'll be very happy. So tomorrow for a stream, we're going to do we'll play the beach game. We'll look at more things. Hopefully there'll be more developments on the case. And we can do more fun stuff. But did we get any clips from today? Let's have a look. Oh. Nope. Not one. So I have to go now and I have to work on clips. It actually really helps me when people do help with clips because there's 217 people here right now and we got 0 clips on stream today. What time do I normally start at? I start at about 12 till like 5 p.m. But I finish early if I have to do stuff because I have to go through the stream now and find clips because when people find clips for me, they make it easier for me to stay on stream later, but I can't justify staying on stream later when I have a lot of stuff that I have to do for stream in order to push my stream. But just thank you to everyone who did come to the stream today. And thank you to everyone who gifted a sub as well, because it is hard. And I know that people are struggling right now. So when people do gift subs and subscribe to my stream, I do really appreciate it. And it does mean an awful lot to me that you do it because I do know it's hard. and I do appreciate it so much. So thank you to everyone who could donate to subs to the stream. It really means a lot to me. If you didn't see my new YouTube video, I posted a new YouTube video today. I'd really appreciate it if you could check it out, give it a like, and drop a comment, because it also means a lot to me when people do support my content, because the more people that support my content, the more YouTube pushes my content, and the higher the chances are of more people finding my stream, and then me having more of us here, and then relying on ads rather than relying on people. And that is the goal. So are you going to go into town soon to get cards? No, I don't have the money to do that. I have €52 on my bank account. All my money is being saved right now. But you're the most welcome. 7 years as a subscriber of your channel. 7 years as a subscriber of your channel. You haven't been subscribed to my channel for 7 years, because I've only been streaming for 5. I haven't even been streaming for 5 years. I'll be streaming for 5 years on the 21st of December this year. I started the 21st of December 2022. 7 years ago, 2019, I was in university in 3rd year. But thank you guys so much to everyone who's been here today. I really appreciate it. I'm going to try and get into this list. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Please don't forget to check out my Instagram, my Twitch, or my TikTok, and my Threads, and my X account. I do post different stuff on all my channels, and I'd really appreciate it if you could. And to share my content, because the more people who share it, the more we can grow. So I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Bye. Have a good day.
Samuelson 374 donated $11.54. Would you like some more?